corner, man. They're just ready to make the ring walk for the biggest fight that boxing can.
Keep your hands and keep your chin tucked. It's the one and only Ghost with the shadow in the front. And I hope you guys are having a blessed night, man. And, oh, man. Oh, I'm not feeling well today, man. I hate doing these lives, bro. When I'm not feeling, yeah, it's fight week, man. What's going on, man? I'm not feeling well today, man. I feel kind of nauseous. I hate doing these lives, bro. Well, the live that I'm about to do right now, I don't like doing these lives, bro. I do them just because I feel like I have to, you know. I feel like I have to do a live and get it out the way. But man, before I get into anything, man, I just want to say, number one, man, who's this? Tycho, right? Well, it's crazy that I'm sick or it's fight week, both, right? I just want to say, man, number one, that I'm grateful, bro. It's kind of weird. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Let me start by saying this, man. I'm very, I appreciate, I'm grateful for things in my life, but I don't know if I ever told you guys before. So I have a condition. People that know me know I have it. I don't know if people online know that I have it, but I mean, I try not to like tell everything about my life, but so I have something called gastroparesis, and it's basically a parallelism of the stomach. It's like when your stomach stops working. I didn't know that I had it, right? So you guys remember COVID, right? Who remembers the Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko fight? You remember, Tycho, when they had that on COVID? So the reason why I remember, because I remember that time around when that fight happened. So around that time when that fight happened, I started feeling sick. I started feeling weird. And I'll never forget, I watched the fight, and the day after the fight, I woke up. I had this terrible pain in my chest. And it was like, at first I thought I was having a heart attack, but then come to find out, as I started moving around throughout the day, I started realizing that it wasn't actual chest pain. It was acid. It was like acid hitting up in my chest, right? So I didn't know what it was. And then I went to the VA, and they put me under, what do you call that? When you go under the machine and they take a look at your body and everything, right? They looked at it and they're like, oh, everything's fine. And then I kept feeling like bloated, nauseous, whatever. Long story short, I ended up going to a gastrologist. And then that's when they did like a test and found out that I have gastroparesis. And technically what it is when your stomach stops working. Bro, it's so uncomfortable. And it's kind of scary at times. But the reason why I say that I'm grateful, man, is because I've learned, like, in my life, right, that when I go through bad things, instead of me stressing out about it, because a lot of times I would stress out, try to get high or drink, right? Now, when things happen, I just try to appreciate the things that I have in my life, right? And so, like, there's people that have what I have, and they have it daily. They deal with it daily. I'm so thankful, bro, that because I try to stay healthy and exercise and eat right. It doesn't happen to me often, but when it happens, bro, I get scared. And yesterday I had a bad flare up, and I still have one today. And it's technically when your stomach just stops digesting food. And you feel bloated, you feel like you're gonna throw up, you get heartburn, and just imagine you being hungry, right? You're hungry and you eat, and your food is not digesting. So you're still hungry, but the food is staying right here, and it's so painful, bro. It's horrible, man. And you get scared when it happens because you're like, oh my God, like my stomach stopped working. And then the food stays there, and it's just very uncomfortable. But I'm thankful because when I get a flare up, it only lasts a day or two and then it goes away. There's people that have my condition, they have it really bad, and they get on like a feeding tube. So I'm thankful for the most part, and I try to stay healthy and exercise. But when it happens, it stresses me out, man. And I had a bad flare up yesterday. And the horrible thing is I didn't eat all day. So being in the military, I eat fast. I always ate fast. So yesterday I had a flare up and I'm scarfing down my food, and I had chicken, rice, potatoes, food that's hard to digest. And I was like scarfing it down, and when I got halfway throughout the plate, I said, "Oh man, something's wrong. Something's wrong." And I felt it, and I got scared. And last night, bro, I couldn't sleep, nothing. It's so uncomfortable. The good thing about it is when I do have a flare up, I can eat junk food because apparently that's what they recommend. Because junk food goes through your body faster. So I could eat ice cream and processed foods and cake. I don't like eating that stuff, but hey, it gives me a reason to eat that. So anyway, with that going on, I did want to get this live out the way. And I kind of don't like these lives because I feel like I call it like a throwaway live. It's when I basically don't really have much to say, but we do have an important fight this weekend, bro. Romero is going to be fighting Ryan Garcia, man. And it's not even just that card, that being the main event. The card itself is a very, very good card, man. It's a very good card. You know, my favorite fighter, one of my favorite fighters, Teofimo Lopez, is going to be fighting on the card. Devin Haney is back. Yes, even I am excited for Devin Haney. Even I am excited. Devin Haney's back. Bill Haney's back. All these guys are back. And it's good for boxing. It's really, really good for boxing. And, I felt like, I didn't want to go without doing a live and talking about it, even though I am going to talk about the fights more as we get closer and closer. But also, I figured doing a live would get my mind off of my flare up or whatever. But man, it's a horrible feeling, bro. It's just better for me to just do a live and not think about it. But anyway, what's going on, HOD? Hey, our guys fighting this weekend, man. Teofimo Lopez. I know a lot of people don't like Tio. Speaking of Tio, I want to talk about before today. Today was the grand arrivals, right? Before today, if you go back and you look at them sitting down, which one was it? A couple weeks ago. You remember when they did the interview and they were up I don't know if they're in the building. I don't know. I think the background was real. I don't think it was a green screen. I think it was an actual in the back. You see the buildings and everything, right? As much shit people give Teofimo Lopez, he was trying to excite. I know some of the things he says is goofy. We're realistic private. Yeah, right. I wish, bro. As much as I'm looking at the background and nobody had any energy during that whole buildup. And that Tio is at least trying to spice things up. He was trying to instigate an argument between Ryan Garcia and Rolly. And I thought that shit was hilarious. Ryan Garcia, by the way, and Teofimo Lopez and everybody up there, if you look at them from the past year or so, they've changed, have they not? It's like these guys are growing up. I mean, they're men to begin with, but it's like they're growing up. To be honest with you, I kind of like it. Some of them I like. Some of them I like their new character. I don't call it character. The way they're acting, the way they are behaving. And then some of them I don't. Like Rolly. I talked about these yesterday. Rolly, I think Rolly is better when he's a big shit talker. I think Rolly is good for boxing because of his status of promoting. He's got punching power, right? One thing that always keeps Rolly in the fight is his punching power. People could say what they want about Rolly, right? He's a novice. He doesn't have, compared to Ryan Garcia, compared to Teofimo Lopez, compared to Devin Haney, compared to most people fighting on the card, Rolly Romero is the least skilled as far as experience in the ring. And what did he do prior to boxing? Rolly, what was it? Judo? Was it judo? It was something before boxing. Karate, judo, something. So Rolly started boxing late. But one of the things that he always has that's going to keep him in the fight is punching power. He's going to have punching power. It'll keep him in the fight. Ryan Garcia doesn't have the best defense, right? So he's got a chance. He's got a chance. I do think Ryan Garcia is an underrated boxer. I think people always, even I do, I refer to his left hook, right? But he's got more than a left hook, man. I mean, he's got a good body punch. He's got a good straight right. The criticism I've always had for Ryan Garcia is he just keeps his chin way up in the air. And I don't know who's his trainer for this fight. Did he change trainers? His father, right? His father and Sean, his brother, and I think his father. He got rid of Derek James. And that's another thing. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney go through trainers like it's nothing, bro. They go through trainers like how people go through outfits. It's crazy. It's like, I got this trainer for this fight. This fight, I'll use this guy. People might look at that and go, that's a good thing. Some people think it's a bad thing. A lot of people think that what Devin Haney did is a good thing. Devin Haney had what he had, Ben Davison. Devin Haney has had multiple, I wouldn't even call them head trainers. I'd call them just multiple trainers from different areas. There's good and bad to it. Me personally, you know, sticking with one trainer is good. Get a relationship, and if you need more, you know, maybe you could like get something during the buildup or something like that. But Tio has gone through a couple of trainers. Who was the guy, HOD, that when Tio was training, the guy will hold what was his name? The guy that had those little things where he goes like this. He was working on Tio's defense when he was fighting for Loma. What's his name? A lot of people ask where he's at. And I asked him on the lead up to Cambosis. I asked Tio Sr. Yes. Bald. Well, I cut my hair. Same shit. Cut it bald. Who was the guy that had the things where Tio was working on his defense? Joey Gamache or something like that, right? What was his name? That guy. I think when Tio had him, I don't think Tio has bad defense, but I think his defense got worse when that guy left. And a lot of guys have changed up their trainers in the past, but at the end of the day, that's why I think experience always comes down to your ring IQ and your experience or whatever. He hasn't been with Joey in a while, I know, but when he was with Joey, now I'm not saying Joey was the reason why Tio, but me personally, as a person that likes Tio, a person that I consider myself a Teofimo Lopez fan, all right? I know I criticize him a lot, but I really do consider myself, I really root for that guy. I've never, ever rooted against Tio, bro. Never. And I never will root against Tio. I might call out some of the shit he does outside the ring. In the ring, I don't care who he fights, bro. I like Boots, right? If he were to fight Boots, which I think would be dangerous as hell, I'm going for Tio. If Tio fought another Puerto Rican fighter, I'm gonna go for Tio. I like Tio. I've always have, but he doesn't escape criticism from me though. When he was with Joey, and I'm not saying Joey was the key factor, but I think when Tio fought Loma, that Tio, the Tio that fought like Comey, and what's the dude? What's the dude, man? The dude that he knocked out and he did the Fortnite dance. Remember, he did the Fortnite dance with the shovel, and the dude got, and his brother got mad. And Magdaleno. He's the one that got knocked out by Pitbull, right? That Tio, that version of Tio, I think was the best Tio. I think he had good defense, respectable power. Mind you, he was at 135. But the Tio that fought Josh Taylor was good too. Now, moving up in weight, you notice when guys move up in weight, those knockouts start getting less and less. Well, like, what was the last time Canelo knocked somebody out? Canelo's still dropping people. He's still dropping people. But them knockouts are getting less and less. All these guys are at 147 now, right? Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero, All these guys, this whole card is 147, is it not? Is it not? Who's he with? Who's is he with anybody right now? Coach Comanche? Let me look him up. I like that guy, bro. You know what was crazy was when I saw right before T.O. fought Kambosos, right? Were you there, HOD? Were you there? Remember when T.O. was going to fight Kambosos? Was it? I think it was. I think he was on Punch Drunk's channel. Yeah, I think he was, because around that time was the time when Punch and Bill Haney would be on there, and we were all talking to Bill. I would talk to Bill, you would talk to Bill, and T.O. would be on there with T.O. Senior, right? And I remember, I just remember like a week or two before T.O. fought, right? I remember speaking to his father on a panel. The first thing I said to him was like, "Yo, who's the dude with the, working on T.O.'s defense?" And he was like, "Oh, you're talking about Comanche or whatever, right?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Where's he at?" We don't have him no more. I said, "Why?" He said, "Oh, it's just us. It's just I just wanted to be, me and my son." He never really told me why. You don't have to, but he didn't have him no more. But I don't know what's the reason. Like, what is he asking for too much money? I mean, I think it's good to have a person like that working on your defense. I'm not connecting that dude to why I feel like T.O. was better at that time. I'm not saying T.O.'s worse. I'm just saying I think he was more complete. He is? That's right. Because of Barbosa. Haney catching at a catch rate of 144. Who asked for that? Did Devin ask for that, or did Ramirez ask for that? If Devin asked for that, bro, I have a really good idea why he asked for that. I think I would like to know. They're fighting at 147, but you were here yesterday, right? Now I know the rankings don't mean shit. The rankings don't mean shit. But Rolly, Ryan, Devin are all ranked at 147 right now. So Devin's fighting a catchweight, right? But yeah, he's ranked at 147. How's that? Rolly Romero, let me show you this, bro. Rolly Romero is like ranked higher than Conor Benn, who just fought. The rankings don't mean shit, man. That's crazy. How can you have a dude? And it's the same shit that they were doing with Errol Spence, bro. Never fought at 154, but yet he was right about to fight Fundora. I don't like that, man. I don't care whether I like you or not, bro. As a boxing fan, I really like am the type of person where it's like I feel like you should earn whatever it is, bro. I don't like email belts. I don't like it, but I don't care. Like if a dude vacated, if a guy, for instance, let's take David Benavidez, right? Bibble vacates the belt, right? Okay, fine, I get it. You can't force David to. That's not David's fault at all. I don't think that people should be getting on David, calling David a pussy. We know David's not a pussy. But at the same time, I don't think you should just give belts to people. So if the belt was vacated, then David and the next person available fight for the belt. That's just how I am. And the same thing with the rankings. I feel like you should earn that shit, bro. Just because I was whatever at 140 doesn't mean that you could just jack me right up to 147 and I'll be the mandatory or something like that. Like how you have is it Rolly or Devin ranked higher than Conor Benn, bro? It's just ridiculous to me. Hold on 1 second. Let's do this right there. Damn, my stomach, bro, is killing me, bro. Okay. Hey, HOD, are you available, bro? If I drop the link, because my stomach's killing me, bro. I just need you to help me out, bro. I hate it when this shit happens, bro. Let me wait till HOD comes back on. My bad, y'all. I hate it when this shit happens, bro. This shit feels nasty. So right here, right? Look at this. Now I don't know how accurate any of these are, right? But you take this for instance, right? Jerron and his boots, right? We already know he's IBF, WBA, right? WBC is Barrios, who I believe, by the way, yesterday when I was talking about Conor Benn and Conor Benn and Eubank Jr., right? With all the rematch or whatever, like I feel like that's ridiculous, right? Look, WBC is right open. Conor Benn could fight Mario Barrios and take his belt, but take a look at that right there. Devin Haney hasn't even fought at 147, but yet he's ranked number 1 before Conor Benn. You got Rolly Romero, who is 1 fight away from being Jerron Boots and is mandatory. Like, I don't even understand this shit, bro. I have no, like, what's going on, brother?
Dímelo, what's going on, bro?
Hey, thanks for helping out, man.
Nah, ¿qué te pasa, bro? ¿Qué te pasa, bro? You need some kisses, bro? What's up?
Nah, man, shut up, man. Nah. I just have a flare up.
Got you.
With my stomach. So,
Vaya.
So what's going on here? So let's start off with this, bro. First off, thanks for being here, like always, man.
Stop it. ¿Qué pasó, bro? ¿Qué pasó?
So let's start off with this. You said Devin Haney's fighting at a catch weight, correct?
He's fighting at 144.
Whose idea was that?
That's Team Haney. They're the ones who contracted that up at 144.
Gotcha.
And then what's his name? Garcia. Robert Garcia came out thinking that that they were trying to change it to 147. And then Haney said, no, that's not true. And then today, Achenbrock, they confirmed it at 144.
So I'll be, before I ask you your opinion, I'm gonna say this. I think they probably asked for that catch weight because, and this is just my opinion, I'm thinking maybe because Devin Haney isn't the most powerfulest puncher.
I think it's a 2-part factor.
You think?
I think a 2-part factor. Ramirez is a much bigger dude than Haney, and I'm not saying stature wise, but I'm just saying, the bulk of who he is. You know what I mean? He's just a bigger dude, big bone Mexican dude. You know what I mean? And so,
yeah, but we all know Devin Haney gonna rehydrate a good 15.
Yeah, but it's not the same thing when you're a big bone dense motherfucker like Ramirez is. You know what I mean?
And Ramirez is good. He's in good shape this camp. Real good
shape. Yeah, no,
right?
he's in good shape. So they know that the weight benefits Ramirez, and at the same time The Haney's just don't know where. Look, this is a fight where they're gonna find out where they're at after getting blasted. So it's precautionary. It's a two-part factor.
Hey, to be honest with you, man, I know a lot of people look at. Well, I'm gonna speak for me, not for you, but I know people look at me. The few people that watch my channel, they're like, "You're a Devin Haney hater, whatever." Look, at the end of the day, I'm excited to see Devin Haney back. I'm excited to see him back. I'm excited to see Bill. I think they're good for boxing. I think they're great for content. I'm a boxing fan. I don't hate Devin. I think Devin is a good fighter. I do want Devin to win. I definitely don't want Devin to lose. I don't want anything to get in the way of him fighting Ryan Garcia. I think Ryan Garcia, the rematch would do so well. Man, I'm all for Devin this fight. Like I'm actually going for Devin this fight. So, but like to hear him say he wants a catch weight at 144, it kind of makes me think that maybe they're questioning, because Devin Haney isn't the biggest power puncher to begin with, so maybe he's like, yo, let's keep this as low as we can. I guess maybe like you said, it's a two-part factor, right?
I think it is. I really think it is, because they don't know where they're at, and so this is the fight where they're gonna find out where they're at. They got no choice. Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe they do have a choice in the Haney rematch to say 144, but because it's not. Well, you know what? By that time, see, this is the goofy shit. Ryan and Rhoda are fighting for a fucking generic regular Reggie belt.
Yeah, bro. I mean, look, explain this, bro. How is Rolando Romero one fight away from being Jerron Boots and it's mandatory? Explain that.
Because everybody has forgotten that this is a Reggie belt. Same type of belt that Tank Davis got. He's got a Reggie belt. He became just the only champion after the Super WBA champion moved up to 140, which was Devin Haney.
Okay, so so we're talking the WBA, right? So let's put the WBA to the side, bro. Because take a look at this. Like Devin Haney's ranks higher than Conor Benn.
They did that so that who's
still, like, I don't agree.
For the WBA,
but I don't agree with that shit, HOD.
Nobody does, bro. That's why BoxRec doesn't recognize the WBA no longer. You know that, right?
They don't recognize what?
The BoxRec does not recognize the WBA.
Really?
Yeah. Go look it up. You're gonna see Rolly Romero and Ryan are just fighting, but they're not saying they're fighting for the WBA.
What do you want me to look up?
No, when you go to BoxRec, you'll see that you'll see that any fight that has to do with the WBA is not recognized. They'll put the fight on like, oh, this guy's fighting this guy, but they're not saying that they're fighting for that WBA belt. You go down Boxing Magic. They become the clown show of the sanctioning bodies, bro. They were supposed to get rid of all the regular belts.
Yeah, wait a second. I thought that was in the works for a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whoa. The WBA doesn't still have two belts, do they? Right? They
yes.
The WBA regular, the WBA super, right?
Yes.
But then they took, but there was an intern. They took that away, right? Or no? What was the belt? Okay, remember when Rolly fought Tank, right? Okay, if we go back, right, and you're the favorite guy you love talking about, Tank. If we go back, right, Tank had the WBA super, right? I think.
No, Tank doesn't have no super belt.
No, he had a regular, correct? Okay,
because the super champion was Devin Haney.
If I remember correctly, right? There was a double header on. It was a Tank fight. Now I forgot who it was, but I know for a fact it was put on. Floyd was there. The co-main event was Rolly Romero. He fought that dude Anthony Diggit Yiggit, and he almost got disqualified. He was throwing the dude around, trying to wrestle him, doing all types of shit, right? And then he should have got disqualified. He didn't get disqualified, and he wins the fight. At the end of the fight, he calls out Tank, right? And Tank was the main event. So I remember the guy saying something like, that's a pretty good fight. Both of you guys under the same promotion, right? And then after that fight was over, they tried to put the fight together, and Tank said no. He said, "No, I don't want to fight him. You know how Tank. He's a scrub. This and that. I don't want to fight him. I don't want nothing to do with him." And then Rolly, either it was Floyd, Rolly, or somebody. They went to the sanctioning body, which then kind of forced Tank. He was pissed off because when Tank got to the press conference, he was mad. He didn't even want to talk. He didn't want to nothing. When they asked him why was he upset, he said, "Man, I don't even want to fight this bum, but they making me fight him." And then that's when Rolly had the accusations or whatever, and then Pitbull stepped in. But then again, that's when they had the fight came up again, and that's because Rolly had what? What was it? The intern belt or WBA Reggie? He had something in his favor, bro.
He had the interim, I think, at that time.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Somebody's in the background. Hold on. I had dropped the link for you. I forgot to let them know. It's fine. I think it's Poodle. Yo,
what up?
Oh yeah, it's Poodle. It's cool. What's going on, Poodle?
Cool. Chilling, man. Just saw your live, bruh.
Yeah.
Hop on.
What's going on? So
but if you want to hold each other's hand, bro, I can leave.
Nah, man, you're good. It's you, bro. It's you. Only reason why he's up here is because I would have dropped the link anyway. I got a flare up, man, and just y'all could take over if I'm feeling nauseous and shit.
You're feeling under the weather?
Yeah, I have a condition where my stomach acts up at times, but so
I have the same condition.
So Rolly,
mine every day though.
I remember. So Rolly, that was because he had the intern, or he had the sanctioning bodies working for him.
Poodle would know probably more than that, but I think he had the interim.
So there is no more interim WBA belt.
They have them all, bro. That corrupted as a sanctioning body, man.
Okay, so then this whole we gonna eliminate these belts was just a bunch of bullshit.
It was bullshit, bro.
Facts.
Okay. All right. Well,
because they got caught up with the corrupted judge from the WBA. Remember back then, and that they caught her with the emails and all that bullshit, and
not the judge with the Ryan. I
forgot what fight it was, but she got a lot of heat for it.
Who was the one that when the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney thing was going on with the steroid test and everything? I remember you came up here and told me, like, right when all this shit was going on, she just retired out of nowhere. She didn't tell nobody she was retiring or nothing. She just said, "Yo, I'm out," like as if something was about to be unfolded. And there was going to be like
no, that you're talking about the New
York State Athletic Commission,
right? The New York State Athletic Commission. It's different. It has nothing to do with.
Yo, did anything come about that? Because that shit was shady, bro. By the way,
no, but the whole thing.
Ryan's still talking about that. Did you see when Ryan said, look, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I'm not saying Ryan innocent. I'm not saying Ryan guilty, but this is a fact, bro. Put it like this. If you get convicted of something and you do your time, and let's say you did it, right? Let me ask y'all. If you did something, and even if you did your time, are you gonna still afterwards be like, "Yo, I didn't do it"? Like, or would you just not talk? I'm gonna tell you, like, if I did something and I got in trouble and I did time, I'm gonna stop talking about it. I ain't gonna bring it up no more, nothing, right? Because it just makes me look bad. Ryan keeps bringing up Devin Haney's brother. Did y'all see that? Where he's like, he's like, "Yo, how did your brother know? How did your brother know that my test was gonna come back like that, bro? How did he know?" Like, he literally got on live and was like, I know my brother lost, but I just have a feeling he's gonna test dirty. Like, Ryan's still talking about it, which makes me think, like, bro, if he was really guilty, like, why would you, unless he's putting on a really big front? So it doesn't matter. But this is why I don't want any of these guys to lose, bro. Like, I want Ryan to win. I want Devin to win. I just want that rematch, bro.
They're just at this point they're using it as a storyline, bro. Simple as that. It's a storyline. Just like the watermelon and banana care package. Just like the paintball.
Tycho. I'm sorry, Judah. He does, Tycho. Ryan feels like he really got set up. He really thinks that, and he's actually, he's hesitant with the whole rematch. Like, he thinks it's gonna happen again.
Who you think provided Ryan that video?
I hope it happens again.
Did you do that? Did you?
He posted my video. Just like he posted my what I would call it, my
The thing that you had that day,
right, my non-legal binary advisement.
the
He
one,
was
the
not
one.
suspended, like I
Hey,
told
hey,
you.
hey, hey, yo, the one where nobody was giving you any credit for. They were acting like they were
Right,
acting.
right.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
But the bottom line is, if you not, I know they're using this as a storyline because the fact is, the documents from the New York State Athletic Commission, he was not suspended for PEDs, and so the fact that they keep on using it, no matter what, is just that they're using it now. It's a storyline. It keeps the
Right, right.
buzz
You know
going.
what, brother? I'm glad you. You know how I look. I say this all the time. I watch a lot of channels, right? And I don't have the mentality as well, Shadow. You don't watch the channel if you don't agree with them. No, there's a lot of channels I watch that I kind of like. I don't agree with their takes, but because I love boxing and we're all in the same realm and we all coexist under like this hobby, like just because I don't agree with you, bro, like I respect you having a boxing take as long as it's like not biased and racist as fuck,
So
right?
who
But
you
like
about to talk shit about?
just
Hurry up, go ahead.
I'm just gonna use an example. So I watch sometimes I catch when I go to watch Devin Haney, I call it pro Devin. You know how you got like the pro tank channels, the pro Devin Haney,
Right.
right?
And there's a little bit. Everybody got to pro
So
something.
I of course he's getting closer to the fight. So the dude, the BTFB dude, right, is always on. And I don't got anything against him really. I don't even know him, but I know he's a real big Devin Haney fan. And sometimes I catch it sometimes, and I get some good insight on there just because I don't hate anybody. I don't know anybody, but they bring up Devin sometimes, and they always bring up that he got caught, and I'm like, bro, he did not even get suspended for that, bro. Like he got suspended for not letting them know or notifying him of the type of
The two supplements that he used for rehydration.
huh?
He got suspended for not notifying the New York State Athletic Commission that he was going to be using the two products he used for rehydration.
Right, but the what is the word supplements? The
Right, the
supplements.
supplement.
Right. So when people look at Ryan, right? Because so many times, and this is like a lot of people.
He gone. Am I
What happened?
gone?
What
Who's
happened?
gone here?
My bad, I got cut out.
Oh,
A
you
lot
got
of people,
okay.
a lot of people get like this pushback. Oh, I gotta make sure. I'm gonna let one of y'all talk in a second. I gotta turn this off from Wi-Fi and put my internet cord settings back on. But just real quick, a lot of people when they look at Ryan, they hear like he got suspended and they take that as like it's the same thing as like the people that put like, oh, he took steroids. It's like, number one, look, if it's illegal, it's illegal. There's a difference between steroids, PEDs. It's like saying, it's like, call it, to me, seriously, bro. It's like, are you gonna call someone who smokes a joint a crackhead? No, I'm not saying that it's okay, but I'm just saying like people really have this overall generic view of what happened, and they don't even realize that like he didn't even get punished for being on a so-called steroid or nothing
Yeah,
like that.
but guess what?
He got
Akbar
punished
was
for not
saying.
letting them know he was taking a supplement or notifying him of the list of supplements that he had. And the reason why for that is because they need to look at the supplements to see if those are tainted or test them. From what I understand, when I looked into it, the reason why you tell them I'm taking this supplement is because they need to check the supplement, and sometimes they test it to see if there's a cross contamination or if there's something inside the supplement, or if the supplement is even on the PED list that you're allowed to take, or a supplement list. So he didn't give them that, so he gets suspended for that. And people take that and they think that equates to steroids.
Yeah, but the thing is that they fucked up. Had they not mentioned that they taken those two supplements, let's say they wouldn't have mentioned it, and they hadn't turned anything in, Ryan Garcia will not be suspended today for anything. For
Well,
anything.
wait, wouldn't that still, he would have still had a positive though, HOD, right?
Yeah, but the positive from VADA is it cannot be used for adjudication in the state of New York. See,
Yeah,
that's
but
the
you know what? I'm kind of glad it happened this way because let's just say if he wouldn't have mentioned the supplements, because I'm actually glad he got suspended for that. Because let's just say he didn't tell them about the supplements and he just had that dirty urine. Oh, they'd be calling him a steroid. Oh, well, they still do call him a steroid cheat. What am I talking about?
no, because the thing is that then the New York State Athletic, then somebody's gonna have to answer. But hold on, he tested positive, but the New York State Athletic Commission is not using it to adjudicate him because it's not allowed. So that means VADA is trash. VADA is not everything everybody thinks it is. VADA is not the enforcer of enforcers for drug testing because if the state of New York says we're not validating this test, what now? What does that say for VADA and the millions of dollars that they promote that they're the best drug testing company and blah 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 and all this fake ass shit? Everybody thinks that they're no. New York State Athletic Commission does not use VADA. And so that right there would have been an issue. There's a lot of money behind this.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually curious to hear Pudo since you're here. It's always good to have you here. Thanks for being here, Pudo. Let's talk about these fights. Let's talk about these fights that are going to be happening on the weekend. That's one of the things we could do right now is actually go around and get everybody's intake on each fight. Well, first, I'm gonna start off with Teofimo Lopez and Barboza. I already know before we even say anything, I have a feeling that Pudo is going for Barboza.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that. All right, I know that
he's gonna win. I think he's gonna win.
Okay,
You
well,
it goes without fighter too. I mean, it's got like all the but I actually think he's gonna win. But go ahead.
I know you like Barboza is what I'm saying. It goes without saying I'm going for Tio. We already know HOD is going for Tio. But let's talk about that fight real quick. Or do y'all want to talk about the Devin first? Or y'all want to go in order? You want to go in order of the fight HOD, or you think it's best to say?
Yeah,
Tio?
man. I think the fireman might beat the crap out of that New York cop. He looks like he's in better shape. You didn't see that at the beginning.
Yeah. Here, let me pull this up while y'all talking. Let me pull up.
I don't remember the two guys. I'm just talking. I remember that there was a firefighter and a cop. I didn't know who's who. No, I got Teal. I know the work Teal's put in for this camp. I haven't seen Teal put in this type of work in a minute in a camp for a fight, especially the sparring. So I'm happy with the work that's been put in. So it's not about that I'm a Teal guy, but I know the work that's been put in. He hasn't put this many rounds like this of sparring in a minute. It's been years. So I got Teal winning this fight.
What, man? I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Teal, as a Teal fan, I feel like he has to make a statement on this, bro. It can't be close. I know how you are. I'm saying with me, I feel like to make a statement, bro. To make a statement, because what is the narrative? No. Because let's take that. I'm glad that Poodle's here. Because Pudo would be one of the ones that's like, yeah, but your man's running from Barboza. See, like the whole narrative was always, and I'm not saying that Pudo said that Tio was scared. I never said that, but the whole narrative is like Tio never wanted to fight Barboza. Tio never wanted to, and it's like when you look at the grand scheme of things, I'm looking at it like, bro, he ain't really offer anything. But okay, fine. Now that they hit, and that's kind of like what Tio said too when they were sitting down next to each other, and they asked him in regards to Barboza. He said, look, man, everybody thinking I was running from this guy is like, no, man. At the time, I was gonna fight Josh Taylor, and I had all these things, I had all these bigger fights. Now he got a belt. Now I'm gonna show him, and now I feel like, to make a statement, bro, this shit can't be close, bro. So this way he could just be like, look, next time y'all say I'm ducking somebody, look, I wasn't ducking nobody. That's why I feel like he needs to make a statement, because if it's close, they're gonna the next narrative is gonna be, you see why he didn't want to fight Barboza. You see what I'm saying? You see why he didn't want to fight Barboza? That's why. So what do you got to say about that, Pudo?
Well, I don't remember Tio ever saying that he didn't bring anything to the table. If he did say that, then
yeah, he did.
Big fucking cap. Because like,
all right, turn up your mic a little bit. Hold on.
I'm bad. I'm not close to him. I'm bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go. A lot better. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember Teal saying that, but if he did say that, man, that's the biggest cap I ever heard, bro. Because he
This
fought
is
that one
before
dude,
he had the belt, though,
Canadian.
Puto. Before.
Canadian. What? No, I know, but he fought the Canadian before that didn't offer him anything either.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on, bro. This is why I feel like a lot of and this goes for Canelo too. By the way, like everybody says things that I feel like, come on now, like you can't. This is why I always feel like no matter who your opponent. This is me though. I feel like no matter who your opponent is, you should always give him a lot of props, bro. Because when you start shitting on people and saying things like he didn't offer me nothing, because the first thing people are gonna do is if I say HOD ain't offered me, HOD was never gonna offer me anything. He didn't bring nothing to the table. The first thing they're gonna do is look at my previous opponents, bro.
This is where we conflate competition, belts, and pay. Was Barboza gonna take the fight at the Claggett pay?
That's between you and Puto. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. You see, that's what that means. You don't bring shit to the table for me. You're not paying me. You're not paying me to fight you. And so that's what that comes down to. See, Claggett probably took like $100,000 for that fight. You know, and Barboza turned down Teal's fight twice. Before the Sandor Martin fight, it was Barboza who was offered the fight. But they want but they wanted above and beyond what for their pay. And so that wasn't going to happen. And that's why they turned down the fight. And so that's how Sandor Martin came into play. Actually, it was supposed to be before Sandor Martin. It was, who was it? Was it Pedraza? I think it was Pedraza. And then before Teal fought Sandor Martin, Barboza was offered a fight. But they wanted more money than was being offered.
That's when the whole HOD, you remember, that's when that narrative started.
But back to you don't bring nothing to the table. That's what that means. Now, if you're gonna pay me accordingly and you're gonna take whatever cut it is, then let's do this. But Team Barboza, that's why he got rid of Rick Majorian at the time. I don't know how he got back with him again, but he had fired him.
Yeah, Barboza exercises his number one status with whoever he was underneath. They could have won a purse bid, but they didn't want to make the fight, so it didn't happen.
But anyway, now he's on the map. He's earned it. I'm not gonna say he hasn't. Barboza absolutely has earned it. But about the statement win, I don't know why.
He's been earning it.
Because okay, okay. Now I'm saying as far as like making a statement. Because I tend to look at it like how
Barboza hasn't made a statement.
Well, I think I kind of disagree with you. I think he did make a statement. I think he hey, listen, this is coming from a person that doesn't really. I kind of like Barboza never been my cup of tea.
That Ramirez fight was really close.
But he showed me he's got some good boxing. Look, because I'm gonna be honest, me and Pudo has argued before about Barboza, right? And I remember one time,
Devin, bro, because you were
I was just about to bring it up. Hold on, give me a second, bro. Give me a second. Pudo, one time, me and Pudo was getting into it because Pudo was like, "Yo, Barboza can outbox Devin Haney." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here! He can't beat Devin Haney." Like, I'm not even a Devin Haney fan, and I think Devin Haney will tear him up on points, right? And Pudo's like, nah, bro, like y'all be sleeping on Barboza. Like he actually got some technical skills. And I never said he never had technical skills. I was just like, he's lackluster. Like there's nothing really for me to see, right? But then when he fought Ramirez, bro, I'll give it to him. Like, you know, he kind of when he wanted to take control of the fight, he took control. You know, I gotta give him credit to where it's at though. HOD.
His fundamentals for his own style, he's got it packed down. You can't take that away from Barboza. He's just not athletically gifted.
He's got good fundamentals. Yes.
He's athletic. He's not athletically gifted, and that's where like I think that's where we're going to see the difference on Saturday.
I also think he's lacking punching power to an extent.
Well, like I said, the athleticism, the natural abilities, he doesn't have that, but he is fundamentally sound, and he's sound at his style. You know, he has his style, right? And he's fundamentally sound in it. He's comfortable. He knows the type of fighter that he is. He's not trying to be something that he's not. You know. Did
Barboza fight Catterall?
Yeah, he beat Catterall, man.
Oh yes. You know what? he does get a lot of credit because I actually liked Catterall. I thought, to be honest with you, I've always thought Jack Catterall. I know people think I'm crazy for it. I've always thought Jack Catterall is a solid all-around fighter, bro. I don't have any.
He's like Barboza. I think he's another Barboza at that same, you know.
Go ahead, Poodle.
No, I was saying I think he's overrated as all fuck, but he's still big.
Yeah, you're the one that told me you thought he was overrated. But the way you look at Catterall is the way I look at Barboza, though.
His style was just good for Taylor. That was it.
Like I don't know how. I mean, yeah. It's all good, man. I get it.
But going back to the statement thing, HOD. The reason why I feel like T.O. should make a statement is number one. Well, because I'm always hard on T.O., but I feel like my criticism is valid as from what I want to see in him, because I've always said, I criticize the fighters that I like, but that's really only because I feel like when I criticize them, I'm criticizing them because I feel like they could have done 2-3 times better. Like, for instance, let's bring up, I'm glad that Tycho brought him up, right? So let's bring up what was his name that he fought? Not Barboza, the other guy where he had the what was his name, man? The one where he had the all-time landing, the all-time high punches that Teal threw. He threw an all-time high. Claggett. Let's take Claggett for instance, right? I feel like I was a little bit unfair on T.O. in the Claggett department because people had a huge issue with him fighting Claggett, but forgetting the fact that he tried to get all these other fights prior to that, right? There was a couple of fights, and I think me and you were talking about it, Pudo, during the live that one time. Like, people forget T.O. that wasn't his first pick, was Claggett, bro. Like, that was something he ended up going with. With that being said, me as a T.O. fan, and this is where my bias comes in, because just because I don't know who Claggett is or whatever, or I've only seen him once or twice, like, I just expected T.O. to knock this dude out and stop him. Now, but when I look at it, yeah, he landed an all-time high and this and that. But, first off, T.O. does cut easily. People say, look at T.O.'s face, bro. Come on, bro. T.O.'s face is just like that. It's just very sensitive. He's got a sensitive face. It just, but as far as like, I kind of felt like he should have stopped Claggett, right? But I feel like for the most part, the general, when people look at T.O., they look at him as a big shit talker who always makes it seem like he's the best and this and that. And like Tycho said, if he goes tooth and nail with Barboza after people thinking he was avoiding Barboza, I just don't think it's going to be good. Why? Do you expect him to go?
A good fight, man. If it's a good fight,
do you expect him to go tooth and nail with Barboza?
I think Tio is gonna outclass him in areas, and not saying per se in boxing skills, but just who he is athletically. He's just too fast, too explosive, too athletic, and Barboza's gonna look slow as fuck.
I tell you what. If we in the 7th or 8th round and T.O. start, I hate it when T.O. starts doing the showboating, but I'll tell you this, every time he starts showboating, he's in control. That means he's very, very comfortable. It's the same shit with Boots and shit. I don't like it, but I really don't like showboating. But I noticed like when Boots and T.O., when they showboat, it's like they're in control. They're comfortable and they're already in a rhythm. Like the only way you're going to stop that is if you just drop them out of nowhere. Yeah, if T.O. gets to the point where he's like playing with him, I think it's a big, I'm not saying he should though. I'm just saying, I feel like I want him to at the end of the fight, I don't want people to go back and go, damn, T.O. versus Barboza was a tooth and nail fight. That's what I don't want. I don't want that. I want people to
But I don't understand where you take is that when T.O. is the one who's fighting the hardest fight of the fucking night.
No, but I'm not disagreeing on that. I feel like
you know what I mean? So that means we got to hold the other standards equally.
Well, okay. Well, then fine. Let's move on to the second one. Then let's talk about Devin and Ramirez. I feel like it's debatable. Okay, how about this? Can we agree that Rolly and Ryan's got the easy stylistically? Ryan might, other than getting caught, Ryan's got the easiest task that night. Would y'all agree with that?
Yep, stylistically. In every aspect of the game.
in every aspect of the game. Ryan Garcia has a pretty light assignment. If we were to look at this as like 3 homework assignments, right? I would look at it like T.O. got a damn essay, right? Devin's questionable coming back from a loss. We don't know. It's a new weight. Ramirez is in great shape. Ramirez is a pressure fighter, right? So that is kind of a hard test for him. And I feel like fucking Ryan. And I like Rolly, bro, but this is the truth, bro. In all aspects, like you're saying, I feel like Ryan's assignment is more like just writing the same sentence 20 times, like as a punishment. You know, when you would mess up in school and they make you write the like 30 times, like it's like that. Like there's really nothing to study for. You just got to do it unless he gets caught. I feel like he's got the easiest task. Now, Devin, on the other hand, I think Devin does have a hard task in front of him. I don't think it's easy. And if Devin wouldn't have gone through what he went through losing to Ryan, then I wouldn't be saying that. But the fact that he lost the way that he did to Ryan with all the controversy, and we don't even know how he is physically or mentally, and we don't know how he's going to react when he gets hit, Devin's got a hard task in front of him. Especially with how Jose Romero's looking. He's looking like he's in great shape, right?
Yeah, it's that's literally his other than Loma, his best other than Loma, his best opponent.
He did, brother. Yeah, that's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up.
Arguably, right, Puro? Ramirez might be his.
Him or Loma. Yeah, that guy's a fucking weirdo, bro. Right,
I only brought him up. Look. When I bring people up, and you guys know, you know what? It's kind of weird too. Since we're on this subject, it's kind of weird. If I wanted to be very petty, I could, but I look at this and it's like the more I get to know social media, is like I become more comfortable with it. But I notice things that other people don't notice. Like I've had a channel for couple years now, and even though I'm on and off, right, I notice the same people rock with me, and I know that. I know who rocks with me and I know who don't rock with me, and I don't expect other people to come here. I don't expect people to come here when I drop the link. If I wanted to be petty, I could be like, oh, why the fuck you never? I don't.
You'll get the shooters out.
I don't. But when I look at it, I kind of laugh sometimes. It's like, okay, well, like what is it? Like we all love boxing. We all have our takes. What's the problem? Is it because
that's the problem? You just said.
Right. I was about to say, is it because I don't agree with your takes? Is that what it? So who cares, bro? Who cares? Like when somebody disagrees with me, I don't take it as they got beef with me. A lot of these guys are like that. I don't know why. That's why I say narcissism, bro. Narcissism is a bitch.
Yeah, but I think you're off though, Shadow. You talk boxing, bro. That's why nobody comes.
I'm not saying that.
No, seriously, I'm not even joking.
But I wanted to get back to that. I wanted to get back to what Buddha was saying because other than Lomachenko, this would be Devin Haney's second best opponent, and I'm trying to. Was Regis on that level?
Yeah, no, I would say Regis was
at the time, or was he already at the downfall? He's older than Ramirez too.
No, Devin needs a lot of credit for what he did.
Yeah, but Regis is old. Yeah,
Progress was
34.
He gets 100% credit, but literally, he was coming off of a loss in my personal opinion, but he won the fight. Whatever.
Even though that's true, you know what I hate to see though is every time. This is what I don't like is and maybe it's American fans. I brought this up yesterday. I think it's American fans, and I'm included. I'm an American.
Wow, Haney's resume is not that it's trash, but at the time that he fought some of these names, they were done in boxing, you know what I mean?
Well, hold on. Here goes the thing, though. It's like as soon as Devin beats him, then people start saying oh, well, he was never that. Come on, bro. Prograis at one point was running 140, bro. He was the man at 140 before he fought. Even after he fought Taylor, some people looked at it. Some people, even after he fought Taylor and had that close fight with Taylor, some people were looking at Prograis like he is that guy at 140, bro. So I remember, bro. I'm not it wasn't that long ago.
I thought Regis beat Taylor. I thought Regis beat
No,
Taylor.
no, Regis lost to Taylor. It was a close fight.
I personally thought that Regis didn't.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, that's what I'm saying.
I watched that fight,
Some
Puro,
people thought
and
he
I couldn't
did.
give Regis no more than 3-4 rounds.
Some people thought some people did think that Regis beat Taylor, but regardless of whatever, right? I remember after that fight, people looked at Prograis as like the dude at 140. I think at one point I even did. Now, yeah, it is true. Before he fought Devin, he had that lackluster fight. And by the way, I've always said this about Devin. I am not accusing Devin of this, but I've always said, like, how many times is there a coincidence? Like, okay, for instance, so as soon as Kambosos beats Tio, he scoops in, right? As soon as Prograis had that questionable fight with what's his name? What was it, dude? Where he went the distance and people, it was in his home, huh?
Sorria.
Yeah, in his
Oh,
hometown.
got knocked out by Sorilla. That would have been a 12-round fight. I forgot about that.
Right. So, and then like after he has that fight, then like Devin kind of scoops in. But regardless, he gets a lot of credit for beating Prograis the way that he did, because even if you think Prograis, okay, let's say you thought Prograis was underrated. Let's say Devin still dominated him, bro.
Yeah. And
dropped him.
At
a weight where he was moving up, HOD. He was moving up.
At a weight that he only spent one fucking fight at.
Right.
Zorilla, I meant when you mentioned Zorilla,
there you go.
I thought about Barboza.
Zorilla.
When you thought Zorilla almost knocked out Barboza.
No,
had that fight been a 12-round fight, Barboza would have got knocked out.
He schooled him, bro.
For the first 6 rounds, and then the last 4, he was getting whooped.
Nah.
He was getting whooped. He was about to get knocked out.
Wasn't even close.
Oh, it was very much so. I remember, damn. Look, he's a 10-round fight.
There it is.
But yeah. So Zorilla gave both of these guys some good work. Somehow, I think Zorilla, because he just he didn't have that hunger to go after the guys. I don't know because he has the power to bring you down. You know what I mean? But he just, I don't know what's wrong with that dude. But anyway. But when you said that, that's what it reminded me of.
I don't know.
Hey, Zorilla almost knocked out Barboza. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, Devin almost knocked out Kambosos in the second fight. What are we talking about?
Where in that fight was Kambosos hanging off the ropes and shit? It was a hug fest.
Okay,
bro.
Here's a better I guess comparison. Fucking the guy, what's the Dominican's name with the guy falling Dolfo? What's his name?
Who?
The Dominican fighter. What's his name?
The Dominican fighter that fought the fighter, man. You don't know who you're talking about, man?
You don't watch boxing.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that guy.
He just fought Dolfo, a Dominican guy.
Oh, isn't that Zorilla?
No. Okay, y'all don't watch boxing either.
No, I don't even know. Are we still on program? I was looking at the chat, bro. I was looking at the chat.
No. I was asking a question. That's all. I was just asking a question. Damn, what's the fucking Puerto Rican guy's name? Close fight. Yeah, what's his name? He's a fucking welterweight. I literally just watched Tio, huh?
Oh yeah,
I don't know. Come on, hey, Pudo. You're over here like the Puerto Rican guy. Oh, you guys don't watch boxing. You guys
Dominican
generic ass statement, bro.
Lendolfo. Do you guys know who Lendolfo Delgado is?
I'm not sure. I might because I'm horrible with names, bro. Sometimes I do gotta look at them though, Pudo. So, like, I'm gonna give you an example. You know who I get mixed up all the time? The dudes at 154, the Boa Chuck and the Madrimorphs and the Bakrams. I get mixed up with those 3, bro, all the time. I'm like, bro, I be calling Bakram Boa Chuck. I be calling Madrimorph Bakram.
Well, that makes sense.
They all look the same to me, bro.
Yeah, because they all got like a V at the end of their name. That's why I get that. You know, but these guys got like.
Tito Don says the Dominican guy that trains with Roach. Is that who you're talking about?
Does he train with Roach, Tito?
What's his name? I'll look him up.
Nah, I'm I'm already looking him up right now. Hold on,
Okay, okay.
His name is. Oh,
I bet
Oh,
you
by,
once he
by the
says
way,
it,
not to get off subject, bro. You know who I would want to see, by the way, just out of nowhere. I just thought of it.
He's 140, man. I'm stupid.
Bakram versus Boachuk, by the way. But that's just another story. I'll do another live on that. That'll be a great fight, bro.
Elvis Rodriguez, I believe is his name. No, yeah, that's his name. Elvis Rodriguez.
Oh, Elvis Rodriguez.
Rodriguez is the
What about
Dominican.
him? What about him?
Yeah, that's what I said. Dominican.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the other guy was Dominican.
Yeah, I know who Elvis Rodriguez is. Yeah, what about him?
Did you watch his last fight?
Didn't he actually have didn't Top Rank let him go?
I have no idea.
Well, that was like a year or two ago.
They let him go though, right? They let him go.
I'm not talking about the business.
He took a shit in his last fight.
You didn't even watch it. Rachel.
He took a shit in his last fight.
Yeah, he didn't watch it.
No, he took a shit. He took a shit. It's not an important fight to remember like your ass is doing. But yeah.
You didn't watch it. You didn't watch it.
Okay,
Yes.
but hold on. Look.
What card? Undercard of what fight was that? Was that under Subirán Matias?
Let me see. Let me look it up.
What was he under? He was an undercard for somebody. And he took a shit in the fight.
Oh, the dude that Pudo's talking about. He fought Lindolfo Delgado, and it was a majority decision
for Elvis.
Yeah.
Wait, no. You didn't watch the fucking fight, bro.
No. I think he won. He beat. Who won? Let me see. Yeah, he won. The dude Delgado Lindolfo won.
And people were trying to say there was a robbery.
He's undefeated. Oh, I know who he is. Yes, you see?
People were trying to say it was a robbery.
No, this is a perfect example. No, I'm glad Pudo brought this up. Perfect example of a guy that I know by face, not by name. I know who he is. Yeah. I know who he is.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do, Chad. I was trying to make a point with HLD, but
yeah.
it's moot.
No, he's good. He's actually good. He's actually good.
That fight.
No, he's actually good. He's a good fighter.
That it was a robbery, and it was not.
He's a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter.
I think Lindolfo won that fight. I just don't know who the fuck the guy is.
And I remember because I saw the fight where he knocked out Jackson Marinas. I saw that fight.
But what was your point to that fight, though, Puro? Did you think Lindolfo won that fight or he lost it?
No, it's irrelevant with the point I was trying to make. That's why.
No, but that's the secondary. You're trying to I didn't see watch the fight. But I'm saying, as far as who you thought won that fight.
I wasn't trying to make a point about who won or who didn't.
Yeah, because I was talking about that he almost got knocked out in the one fight. I was talking about Zorilla.
I understand that we were talking about that fight, but I was trying to make a point. But if you didn't watch the fight, it's like I'm not gonna waste my time.
No, we not for that, but it wasn't like, oh my god, yeah, you watched it differently than I. Yo no le puse atención like that.
Different. There was a key. I'm not even gonna fucking explain myself. It's cool. Let's move on.
Dale, nene.
I gotta check out my daughter.
So with Devin, so I'm gonna say Devin. I do think Devin. You know, I'm actually just as much as I want to see Tio. I want to see Devin on Saturday, and I think that Devin will make a statement if he beats Ramirez clearly, because let's not forget, right? Ramirez is looking in remarkable shape. And I think stylistically, you take away the Ryan fight. If he would have never lost to Ryan and this would have just been another day at the office, I'm not no lie. This is no disrespect to Jose Ramirez. No disrespect. But if he would have never lost to Ryan and Devin was to be fighting Jose Ramirez, I guarantee you some people would say he's cherry picking Jose Ramirez because he knows stylistically he could beat him easily, because Jose Ramirez is just a come forward pressure fighter and Devin's he's going to circle around, use his IQ, his jab, and outpoint them. But because he lost to Ryan like that, and because Jose's in great condition, bro, this and it's 147, but now HOD saying 144, it's still, bro, it's a hard test, bro. And if he beats Jose Ramirez one-sidedly, bro, that's a statement for Devin, bro. That's a statement.
I agree with what you're saying. Had Devin not got his ass whooped the way he did, the Devin would be very much favored in this fight, like hands down.
Right, hands down. Not only would he be favored, I guarantee you some people, probably even myself here, I'm putting myself out there, would probably be criticizing him for fighting Jose Ramirez, because I'd be like, now I'm not saying I would say it, but I could see people saying, look, man, Jose Ramirez, his last couple of outings have been horrible. Stylistically, he's slower. He's a pressure fighter. Devin would clearly stylistically just outpoint him. You know what I mean? But now when you throw in the fact that he lost the way that he lost, and you look at the shape that Jose Ramirez is in, bro. Yeah, bro. And you got to look at the mindset of Devin, bro. Like, I was thinking this the other day. Like, when Devin in the past, when Devin has got rocked, he ran. You know, is he gonna run this fight? You know what I mean?
Well, he's gonna.
I'm also curious to see Bill, bro. Like, I kind of miss. Where's Bill been? I know Bill's been around. Big bad Bill. Bill. You know, to be honest with you, did Bill come out? And Bill has never been. Has Bill always been the head trainer of Devin? Yeah. Or has he just been the main trainer?
Yes. No, he's a head trainer with assistants in the background. But when it comes to fight night, he's been the man in the middle.
So wait. Let me get it straight. During camp, somebody else is doing the training, and then
sometimes he has like we know about all these other guys. They bring fight coaches in. The one steady one was Ben Davison for a minute. But then, you know, he can't come to the United States, so they kind of broke ways with that.
Yeah. But, so okay. No, the only reason why I'm asking is because, you know, this is probably the first fight that I can remember that I am wholeheartedly behind.
Oh, they got Shane Mosley in this time.
Shane Mosley as his trainer?
Yeah, they got him in camp. I don't know if he's a trainer, but he's in camp.
For Devin Haney's trainer?
Yeah, man. But, you know, they bring people in like that all the time. It's not like, but this time they got.
But why would you pick? I mean, I like Shane Mosley, but I've never really looked at him as like a great coach.
Well, that's what they do. They bring people.
It's like with Roy Jones. It's like Roy Jones. Some fighters are great fighters, but not that great coaches.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what they do. They brought in Shane Mosley in this time.
Because what you see with a lot of fighters that were really, 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 really good, a lot of times when they train somebody, they try to train them like how they fight. Like, you see how Roy Jones tried to make Eubank Jr. to fight like him. And it's one of the reasons why Eubank Sr. had an issue with actually people. I don't know if people were paying attention to that, but Eubank Sr. actually, to some extent, had an issue with Roy Jones because he felt like Roy Jones was trying to make his son more like him. And he's like, no, that's not how you train my son. You got to take my son's strengths and work on his strengths, not take my son and try to turn him into you.
I don't know about true all that is. You know, parents are going to do their own thing. They're going to talk their own shit.
Well, okay, well, that's what I'm saying. Look at Shane Mosley. I'm not shitting on Shane Mosley. I'm just asking, who did Shane Mosley ever train that got a championship or did something?
He's got his own son. He's got his own son.
He trained his son? I thought his son was with a different trainer.
Nah, he never trained his son. Like coming up through, like he taught him, you know, coming up, but the pros.
Yeah, he taught him, but I don't think he actually trained.
I don't think he was his full-time trainer. I don't think he was ever.
Okay, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter who Devin got in his corner because I honestly feel like when it comes down to it, Devin's gonna resort back to what he always knows. And but this is the first time I'm going for Devin, bro.
I'm surprised that Devin Haney's team having Yoel Judah and Zab Judah, and they never bring these two guys into the camp.
Right, yeah. I mean,
Zab's his godfather.
Right, you got Zab and you got Zab's father, right?
And I bet he feels slighted. He doesn't express it because he's not that type of a man.
I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather be trained by the Jews than be trained.
But I would bring Zab's father in because they got similar, as far as the
Zab's
he's not
father,
explosive like Zab,
right,
by no
but
means.
not only that, but Zab's father has experience with his son, and he's already been through training a good fighter. And you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like sometimes when it comes to Devin and certain fighters, like they can't make up their mind. So some people look at it like that's a good thing, Shadow. You got this coach, this fight, this. Nah, man, like get a camaraderie with a fight.
I think it's
with the coach,
because
get a camaraderie, right? And work on that, bro. Not keep chaining. Oh, coach, this fight, this coach, I'm gonna take this coach. Oh, this fight, I'm gonna take this coach. This fight, it's like you don't know what you're doing, bro. And then how do you retain shit? How do you? So you're gonna retrain. If you train me this fight, am I gonna retain everything that you tell me next fight? Especially if I got a new trainer. You see what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that you could stay with the same person and progress. Now, if it's a different situation like Anthony Joshua, the trainer that he had. And then when he got to a certain point in his career, people felt like he needed to add on to his game. That's different. That's different.
I think the main reason, and I've thought about it because I've talked to Zab and I try to get it out of him, and he doesn't really spill the beans. He's just, hey, they're place I'm in mind.
And Zab's his godfather, right? Zab is Devin's godfather.
So what I only can put to it is that the type of fighter that Zab was, like he was a killer. He was coming to get you. He's that dog. He's that motherfucker. And I don't think that personality is Devin Haney. Devin Haney is not that.
Hold on. Mosley is like Laura in the sense that in the beginning of his career, really fast, flashy, using ring IQ. But as he got older in age and more experience and he slowed down, he started putting more oomph into his punches. That's why Mosley became aggressive later on in his, he was more like a power puncher when who did he stop? Margarito and so he stopped Vargas, he knocked out Vargas, and then you got Laura now, who's like output is way, way low, but he's knocking people out. So, but I get what you're saying. You're saying maybe it's the personalities, but we're not talking about Zab. We're not talking about Zab. We're talking about Zab's father, though. HLD. Zab's father.
But who was Zab's trainer?
His father. Yeah, his father.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But anyway, that they do that, and they're not the only people that do that, but to bring different coaches in, and it's that's not a unique thing by the Haneys. A lot of fighters do that. Ryan Garcia does that. Tio at times does that. So it's not unique circumstance. So, but would you prefer to have someone with a lot of experience? And it's a crapshoot. I don't know. But anyway, that fight is very intriguing to see. It can Devin Haney because Ramirez got punch power, bro. If Ramirez is able to land on him, can Haney take the punch? Is Ramirez faster today than the Regis Prograde that Devin Haney fought that day? I don't know.
And if Jose is in, like I said, if Jose is in great shape, you're gonna wonder, like, is he, I still got Devin, man. I think even with Jose Ramirez being in great shape, I think stylistically, especially, I look at the fact that you told me today that Devin's gonna do the catch weight, right? The 144.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at that 144, right? Devin's gonna rehydrate. Devin's gonna rehydrate. I know Jose Ramirez is a big man, but let's not act like Devin's tiny. Devin's a big man when he rehydrates. I still feel like stylistically, Devin got an automatic jab. Devin got footwork. Devin's defense isn't that bad. The only issue is when he's jabbing, which Ryan Garcia took advantage of that. When he's jabbing, he leaves himself. And nobody's perfect on defense, but when he's jabbing and during his combinations, he is susceptible to getting hit. But then again, everybody's going to get hit. It's a fight. Not everybody could be like Shakur, bro. So, but yeah, I think Devin just automatically is going to outpoint this man. What I would love to see, and I know this is a stretch, bro. But I would love to see Devin hurt Ramirez, kind of get him out of there. That would be great for me. Because like I said, I don't want anything to interfere with him getting a rematch with Ryan.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to hurt. I mean, the only guys I think who's ever hurt Ramirez was Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor, right?
Yeah, and that was when they were both in their 20s. So
Yeah, Romero's got a good chin, bro.
yeah, he's got a good chin. I'd be surprised.
I think he's a little. Is Pudo here?
Of course.
I don't know. You got.
Hey, yeah, Pudo. Let me ask you a question, bro.
Yo,
Is
That's that question to Pudo though. Is Ramirez today Ramirez at 32 a faster, more explosive fighter than the Regis Prograis that fought Devin Haney that one night?
I wouldn't say more explosive, but I wouldn't say more explosive or faster, but I wouldn't say like a significant like speed difference,
Like they're about the same, right?
No, I would say
Whose footwork is better? Whose footwork?
Ramirez or Prograis?
Yeah.
Ramirez or Prograis? Oh, Ramirez all day every day.
I would think Ramirez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then that's what breaks the difference between that Prograis of that night and then this Ramirez.
No, well, I mean, yeah, you could look at it like that, but I still think like stylistically, Prograis was more of a counter power puncher, like more precision type, whereas Ramirez was more of like a walk you down type of fighter.
And then I think he proved versus Oria and versus Devin Haney that he has issues with fighters that fight in the mid range.
Who's got issues in mid range? Ramirez? Oh, Devin? I don't know. We'll see what type of fight. That's just that's the only fight that.
What do you mean mid? Devin got issues mid range? I don't think so.
No, Regis.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I said Devin. I don't know why I said.
Yeah. I mean, look, put it like this. I want Devin to win wholeheartedly. Like I said, it's a stretch, but I hope Devin hurts Ramirez and gets him out of there.
Yeah.
And I'm only saying that. I'm not saying that because I don't like Ramirez. I know I might be bugging. I'm just saying that because I want nothing to get in the way. Because did you hear what Ryan said today? Hold on, let me pull it up. Ryan said. I don't know if he said that today. He said it last week. Ryan said to Devin, if you lose to Jose Ramirez, you don't get a rematch with me.
I remember reading that. Yeah.
Well, I mean that makes sense. Like, why would he waste his time to fight Haney if he loses versus Ramirez?
What if Rolly knocks out Ryan?
Well, yeah, but that's a different what if, right?
No, I'm just saying, this is all what ifs. What if?
No, but the point is, if you lose to Ramirez,
right?
Why would I fight you? That means he's declining. He's going to beat Roddy. So why would he fight him?
Because number one, styles make fights, and number two, there's a lot of controversy between y'all two with the whole usage, and it was still a good fight. I mean, I sometimes I don't agree.
I wouldn't want to see it. If Haney gets smashed, and Ryan knocks out Roddy,
if he gets knocked out or destroyed, yeah, that's different. But let's say he loses. Okay, let me ask y'all this: if Devin loses a close fight. I mean, that means Ramirez would have to win on points. I don't see that, but let's just say
I have that happening.
You have that happening?
Yeah,
I can see that too because there's a lot at stake.
I think Devin loses a close one.
Okay, so if Devin loses a close fight to Jose Ramirez, majority decision on points, You telling me you still don't want to see him fight Ryan?
Ryan ain't gonna fight him.
That's my point.
There doesn't matter if I want to see it. If I don't want to see it, obviously I'm a Ryan fan. I'm also a Devin fan. I ain't gonna lie. But that fight happens regardless of what happens in Romero.
Right. I think it should happen regardless.
I don't think it. I think
if he loses, the only reason Turkey fucking is.
Yeah, no, but I don't think it happens. I think if Haney loses versus Ramirez, that fight for next is gone.
You think Oscar wants Ryan to fight Devin again?
Yes.
If the money, I mean, like yeah, they're two winners, right? We're gonna the way it's supposed to be. Yes, of course.
Because I always get this feeling from Oscar, and I'm not saying he's the only one, but I've always gotten like the feeling like with his fighters, if he even feels like they're gonna lose, like he doesn't want to put them, he doesn't want to gamble it.
I think they'll push Tio to fight Ryan.
That's a good fight.
That's what would happen.
Tio and Ryan. Oh my goodness, I'd rather see Tio and Ryan than to see Tio fight Boots, bro.
I think that's what would happen.
If Tio wins, which she's capable of, I think if shit, man. I mean, he would have to put on a performance that nobody's expecting. So.
Okay, so with that out the way.
I mean, no reasonable person is expecting Tio to blow out Arnold Barboza.
Yeah, everybody does.
I think he's gonna beat him clearly. But
I said a reasonable person.
I mean, I'm hoping. Listen, I'm not dumb.
I mean, nothing's crazy. Nothing's.
I think
Barboza hasn't proven anything, but
Barboza. I still think though. I still think, does Barboza have the tools to beat Tio? Yes, HOD. Of course he does, bro. Come on,
bad style too. Bad style.
He's got a style that I know HOD probably don't want to admit it, but he's got a style that could complicate things. HOD.
He's not athletic. He's got a slow style. He's got a style that if he had speed, yes, dude is slow as a snail, man.
Well, we're gonna see. With that, let's move over to the main event. My guy Rolly and Ryan. And before we talk about this, because I gotta end it after this. But before I talk about this, the main event, I just want to say with Rolly and Ryan, bro, I really want to give a lot of kudos to Rolly, bro, because Rolly, for a person that, and I said this yesterday, and I wholeheartedly stand by it. For a guy that is technically considered a novice when it comes to, if we, were to compare him with Devin and Tio and Matt, everybody on this card, he doesn't have a lot of experience. People in the boxing world call him a novice, but yet this man has put on main events. This man promoted the Tank card. He carried that promotion. He carried the Pitbull promotion. I don't care what anybody says. Rolly's promotion of the Pitbull fight was legendary, bro. Legendary. I've always said, Rolly Romero, after boxing, go to WWE, bro, because this man bought a damn dog, named it Isaac, was petting the dog during the promo, like, shh, Isaac. Then this dude took a pinata. He took a pinata of Pitbull, brought him out to the Las Vegas, Nevada desert, took him out of the trunk and beat him down with a crowbar in the desert. Bought a dog, named him Isaac, bro. Just promoted the hell out of that fight. And now I look at Rolly and it's like he doesn't talk shit no more. He's like, the poor guy got beat up so much. He's humble now. It's like, come on, Rolly.
There's a difference, man. He doesn't have to sell a pay-per-view like his means.
Yeah, but still, like that's what got me wanting to see Rolly, because he was so unpredictable with the talk and shit or whatever. And not only that, but I want to make it clear. When a person fights like Rolly, who doesn't have the ring IQ, who doesn't have the greatest skills in the world, that attitude, because you got punching power is really what you got, Rolly, right? That attitude is the motivating factor for me. That confidence, bro. Once you lose that confidence, like I've been knocked out a couple of times, sort of like Tyson, bro. I'm not saying Tyson. I'm not comparing Rolly to Tyson, because Tyson actually had boxing skills. But I look at like Rolly with the power, with the punching power, is like, bro, once you lose that confidence or you become humble, it's like, bro, Rolly can't afford to be fucking cautious. Rolly needs to keep.
I don't think he is. If you see him talking to Ryan, I think he has he's very confident. you know how scary confident he is. The same type of confidence that Ryan had on Haney because he beat his ass in the amateurs. And
Yeah.
the same thing has happened with Rolly. Rolly beat the shit out of Ryan in the amateurs. So he has that confidence. And if that same confidence translates now, who knows? It might be a good fight. I'm just putting that together. Hopefully, it can be a good fight. But
if he catches Ryan, bro, of course, bro. But honestly, I'm with Puto in the sense that in all categories, Ryan is just a way better fighter. You know, Ryan's got better speed. I think I even think, and look, Ryan's criticism when it comes to me is his defense. I think he's got better defense than Rolly. I think he's got better ring IQ than Rolly. I think he's got better stamina. I think he's faster. And in fact, when we talk about power, yes, I might give the edge to Rolly and power, but Ryan's speed is so damn fast and so with his precision. I hate saying that word. He's so explosive. Ryan is so explosive that the power, it's a different type of power. Go ahead, Puto. I was gonna say it's a different type of power. You got like Wilder's got explosive power, right? Whereas like someone like Bacoli or somebody's got like just strength, raw strength. I feel like Rolly's got raw strength, whereas Ryan is explosive. Go ahead, Puto.
No, I was just like, can't believe what you just said, bro. But I mean, it's
what did I say?
that you would give the edge to Rolly in power. I'm like, what the hell?
No. I said where some people would give the edge to Rolly. I'm not saying I do.
Not you. Oh, okay. I thought you were. Oh,
no. Hell no. I think no. This is why I don't think Rolly has a chance. Like I said, if you remember, I said I'm with you, Puto. In all areas, I got Ryan in all areas, bro. Faster, stronger, smarter, better defense, better footwork. Even Ryan with flat-footed is better foot. Everything. I just think Ryan is better in every way. Ryan goes to the body well. Ryan also, another thing too that I think people don't really talk about is Ryan has been clipped. Rolly has been clipped. Rolly's been knocked out. Ryan has technically been knocked out. He gave up when he fought Tank. But another thing is, too, I don't care what anybody says. Show me a time when Rolly Romero has gotten clipped and was able to recover. Never. Every time Rolly got clipped and he got hurt, he wasn't the same throughout the rest of the fight. And, I mean, with Tank, he didn't even have a chance. He got hit, he knocked out, end of story. Pitbull hurt him in round 1, wasn't really able to recover. He actually recovered a little bit during the Pitbull fight. I actually give him credit for that because it went longer than what I really expected. And then
he held for his life.
Yeah, well, yeah. And then but Ryan, on the other hand, he got dropped by Luke Campbell in a bad knockdown, bro. A lot of people would have not even got up. And when he got up, the first thing he did was go forward and he stopped that dude with a body shot. Like Ryan's got more dog, in my opinion, too. I think Ryan's got more dog after getting clipped.
He recuperates faster.
Ryan recuperates very well. And that's another reason why. You know what, too? And I'm also HOD. I think that was also a motivating factor in the Haney fight. That's why I've always thought Haney and Rolly isn't such a bad fight because Haney would probably beat him in the fight. But what if Rolly was to clip Haney? Because Haney to me doesn't recover well either. Rolly doesn't recover well either. That Ryan recovers well. So this is why I feel like Rolly would have to catch Ryan flush. Even if he let's say Rolly drops Ryan in the first round. Let's say he does. I still got Ryan getting up, recovering, and he'll be able to go on and knock Rolly out later down in the fight. Now, let's say they're fighting and Ryan drops Rolly. Let's say Ryan drops Rolly with a check left hook with 5 seconds left in the third round. Rolly going to get up, get saved by the bell. He's getting stopped very next round. He's getting stopped because he does not recover. Ryan can get dropped and recover. So it's not just the only way Ryan loses this fight, bro, is if he gets caught clean, which can happen, by the way.
No. Yeah, I don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening either.
Yeah, I don't. Yes. Does he have the power? Yes. Can he catch him? Well, I don't know. I mean, he. I would hope that we keep on talking about this damn chin up. Like that's like I think. There was a time that was so much all the time like that. Is he fighting like that? Like he was fighting the same way when he was fighting Campbell? I don't think so. I think
Ryan has evolved since. Yeah, still. Wait,
right. So,
that's my whole thing. But that only helps out my point though. That's back then. Ryan has gotten better since that, and Ryan was still able.
I think we take stigmas of the time and we keep it there. Like the dude doesn't. Bro, that was like we're talking about the Campbell, but that was what, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
HOD, but hold on a second though. What have you seen in Ryan that has made you think that? And when I'm comparing him to the Luke Campbell fight, I'm not talking about his skills in advancement. The whole point that we're talking about is able to take a shot and recover the dog. What has changed in Ryan Garcia since then? Not much. People want to use the Tank thing. Oh, he quit with Tank. Tank put him through a rehydration clause and a catch weight, bro. That's different. Like even when he fought Devin, are we forgetting that? Are we forgetting that he clipped Devin in the first round? And Devin came back and was beating Ryan's ass. Second, third, fourth, fifth round. Devin was outpointing Ryan, bro.
Cap.
Yes, he was winning. Devin was winning rounds 3, 4. I think it was 3, 4, 5. He was winning on points, bro. He wasn't beating Ryan's ass, but he was winning rounds. So you're telling me you didn't give Devin Haney no rounds? Ass? You gave no. You gave Devin Haney no rounds when he fought Ryan.
No, of course not.
How many rounds did you give him?
I think I gave him 4.
I was gonna say about 4.
Yeah, that's actually
maybe 5. Maybe 5.
And the 4, and correct me if I'm wrong, the rounds that you gave him were all in a row.
No.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, for me, they were all in a row.
I know.
It was round 3, 4.
3, 4, 5. It was all the way until I saw Devin get clipped.
6, 7. Maybe that's it right there.
Yeah, I think it was that. I think that's
just
me, Poodle. I think it was 3, 4.
It.
3, 4. One of them was a swing round. It's been such a while. I've seen that fight so many times too.
No, he could have been 7 because he got dropped in the 7th, wasn't he?
Every round that people thought that Devin won clearly were swing rounds, in my opinion. It could have gone either way.
Right, but I'm talking about the rounds I gave it to him. He was still winning rounds, but look, that only backs up what I'm saying anyway, though. The whole point of this conversation that started off was when Rolly gets clipped, or how about this? Let me change it around. Facing adversity, when Rolly has been clipped or down or whatever, he just stays that way. I don't think he recovers well. I think Ryan recovers a lot better, bro. I think Devin Haney suffers from that too. When Devin Haney gets clipped, he got clipped with what's his name? And held on for the last 3 rounds, bro. When he did the noodles legs back to the corner.
But that's not always the case, though. That hasn't always been the case.
With Devin?
With Devin, like JoJo.
Well, you know what? Yeah, I agree with you there with the Ryan. I agree with you because you know what? He was hurt in that first round.
With JoJo, he got clipped in the 12th, and
I forgot the JoJo fight.
And I actually thought JoJo won that fight.
I thought JoJo was just before Lomachenko. Yeah, JoJo was Haney's toughest.
Yeah, JoJo was piecing Devin up, right? I remember that.
And if JoJo had power, he would have stopped him.
That's the thing. He doesn't have power.
Had JoJo had power, night. Because I think JoJo was beating his ass in those late rounds, bro.
Cambosos clipped Devin in the second fight. He did hook.
How's that?
I said Cambosos clipped Devin in the second fight, and he didn't run or hug.
Oh, he did clip Haney?
Yeah. In my humble opinion.
Who? He might have. I just don't remember.
Cambosos can't bang either, bro.
No, he can't.
He took away Devin's jab, though, in the second fight. That's why it was a lot more. It was a different fight.
Well, yeah, they were more in the second fight because they had more confidence,
that's
especially
like
Haney.
Beat up by fucking Devin though, in that fight. That's why I almost knocked him out.
You take away Cambosos. You take away the Cambosos win with T.O. What's his best fight?
Ain't Loma.
No, that he won.
No, and the Loma fight, even though he lost it, he got completely outclassed.
Who's the dude that used to fight with the Mayweather camp?
Which one?
That fought Cambosos.
He's always on Mills with us.
Yeah.
Mickey Bay.
Mickey Bay.
If he, yeah, and I thought Mickey won that fight.
I was about to say he didn't even
thought
beat
Mickey
Mickey.
won
He
it,
didn't
bro.
even beat Mickey Bay convincingly, bro.
He fought a British fighter that he did beat, but I'm like, did he look like, oh my god? Like if you take away the Tio fight, he got no good fights.
Hey, what's going on, LT? What's going on, Sergeant? Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
And in the Tio fight, Tio was fucking him up, bro.
Yo, that's another thing too, bro. Tio was doing well, bro. Tio was doing well during the Kambosos fight. People forget Tio came back and dropped him, bro.
Well, I wouldn't say he was doing well, but he was being effective enough where he was punishing Kambosos. Because Kambosos was doing his thing, obviously. But yeah, he like I don't know if you guys remember, but Kambosos was fucking hurt in that.
And that's a half dead Tio, bro.
I thought he had him, bro.
That's a half dead Tio too, bro. That's a half dead Tio.
Like, and I know that you said to take away the Tio fight. Like the best thing that I seen from Kambosos is why I gave him a shot versus Devin. Why a lot of people gave him a shot versus Devin was that 12th round. They like that literally decided the fight was that 12th, and Kambosos went for it.
Which one?
Against Tio.
Against Tio.
Hey, what's going on, LT? Hey, LT.
Saludos, carnal.
Hey, I'm about to shut it down in 10 minutes, but thanks for joining us, bro.
Ah, shit, bro.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling well today, so I wanted to do the live, and then I got these guys on here. But no, but I
gotta put them to bed, guys. All right, so don't fuck with my name, man. Don't fuck with my name.
No. Go ahead,
Come on,
LT.
HLD, can I play with him for another half an hour?
Hey, we're talking about the fights coming up this weekend. Go ahead, LT. You want to cook on anything?
I just want to piggyback off of you guys, bro. I don't know exactly where you're really where your conversation's
we were
at.
talking.
Like,
we went through the. Okay, so we talked about the. We talked about the Tio fight where I think Pudo's going for Barbosa. Me and HOD are going for Tio, obviously. I feel like Tio needs to make a statement. Then we talked about Devin, and I said that I feel like this fight is a real tough test for Devin because I don't know where he's at mentally, and Jose Ramirez is in a good shape. But then now we're on Rolly and Ryan, and basically I was saying the only way Rolly wins is if he knocks out Ryan, because I don't even think he's got more power than Ryan. I think Ryan's got more power. I think Ryan's got more speed. I think Ryan recovers better. I think Ryan's got better ring IQ. I just think Ryan is just an all-around better fighter than Rolly.
Yeah. Bro, I'm with you. I'm with Puro. I got Ramirez over Haney. I got Barbosa. I'm gonna be honest. I have Teofimo 60-40, but I can see Barbosa winning. You know what I mean? 60-40.
Yeah.
I can see Barbosa winning, bro. And with Devin and with Ryan Garcia and ¿cómo se llama? And Rolly, bro, I could definitely see Rolly winning, bro. If he does that, like Ryan Garcia shoulder roll that he does, bro, that's dude's done, bro. Like I see.
You mean if Ryan does the shoulder roll or Rolly?
No, Ryan doing the booty roll.
Oh,
the booty roll, bro. The booty roll. I mean, I'm not, bro. Like if he fights like that again, bro, man. Yeah. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Rolly, when he comes to fight, like when he tries to show up, like he shows up, and he proved it to me when he fought Tank Davis. To me, he showed up and he showed like that. If that Rolly shows up, the one who fought Tank Davis, you know what I mean?
I you know what it is though.
Dangerous.
How about this though? Look. How about this though? Look at this. Rolly though, I feel like Rolly's confidence. Now HOD saying he doesn't see it, but I felt like, because like Rolly has always carried the promotions. I brought up the Isaac Cruz shit. That shit is classic, bro. This dude bought a dog, named him Isaac. This dude was petting the dog throughout the promotion. This dude got a piñata that looked like fucking Pitbull, drove him out to the Las Vegas desert, hopped out, beat it up with a crowbar in the middle of the desert. I mean, that Rolly, bro, is what sells. That, and not only that, a confident Rolly, but I feel like with Rolly's skills, I just feel like he has to have confidence because he has to rely on his power. Take away confidence. If he's humbled or like questioning like that, it's over in my opinion. It's over before it starts, man. Because that's
yeah. I wanna piggyback off of what you
yeah.
said, bro.
Go ahead.
Broly is super outgoing on his fucking fights, and to me, in this fight, he's not being super outgoing because I think he learned that if he speaks too much, it doesn't come out well for him. So I think this guy's actually being prepared and he's being humble so that he can show what's good inside the ring this time, right? Because that's not Rolly like staying quiet and this and that.
Yeah, it's
I
not
think
right.
I think Rolly learned his lesson, and you know what? I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm not gonna, So I don't wanna, you know what I mean? I think Rolly
Yeah.
has another state of mind, and yeah, man.
I love the hey, fuck it, LT. I love the Rolly that talk a lot of shit though.
Me
I
too,
love
bro.
that Rolly,
Me too.
bro.
I love that shit. But
I
you
was
don't know
going
what.
for him against Pitbull, bro.
Rolly is not getting paid for that in this fight here, guys. He was getting paid because those fights were pay-per-view. So the more he sells, the more he gets paid. He's getting paid, period. And so he's like, I don't gotta act like a fool. I don't gotta
That's a
do
good
none of
point.
that.
That's HOD. That's a good point. I haven't thought about it that way, bro.
Now the other thing is, I saw their little meeting that they had, or whatever, right? Their face to face. Rolly has a quiet confidence about him. You know what I mean? Because
Oh, I
he's
saw that
trying.
shit too, bro. I saw that
Yeah,
shit too. Yeah.
I beat your ass, before, not once but twice, blah blah blah. And I know we're talking about doghouse rules and whatever, but but that same confidence is what Ryan had over Haney. And so, I mean, yeah,
Right, Rolly needs that confidence. No, that's where I agree with you. Like to me, for Rolly to have a chance, and I mean, I've always liked Rolly, bro. Like for one, when he got that fight taken away from him from Tank, when that girl accused him with all that shit, like that shit pissed me off, bro. Because I'm not saying he would have beat Tank, but I do feel like the state of mind that Rolly was in the first time before the fight got canceled and Pitbull came in as a replacement. I feel like that Rolly had the best shot of beating Tank. And then I feel like whatever happened after that, like I'm not saying he would ever beat Tank, but he got knocked out. Then he had then he fought then he got the 140 belt, and then he had that weird fight with Old Man Barroso where the fight was stopped, right? And then when he fought Pitbull, he got beat up. But that was the last time I saw Rolly like talking mad shit, bought the dog. I wonder what he did with the dog, but that shit was hilarious, bro. He was
and it melted down, bro.
bro, he had the dog, and when they were doing the promotion, like if the dog said something, he'd be like, "Shh, Isaac, shush." Bro, he was
That's fucked up, dude.
that shit was funny as fuck, bro. That
That's
shit.
funny, dude. Imagine how Isaac was feeling.
Isaac had to have been pissed. I know
Yeah,
he
bro.
was.
Isaac was
feeling,
pissed,
yo,
bro.
I'ma fuck
Isaac
you
was
Pero,
pissed.
hey, what's the parlay that all A-side guys lose on Friday?
Yo, bro.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
got to be a parlay like a motherfucker.
Yo, bro. I was thinking about that shit, bro. Man, maybe not much. Just put like a $20 in it. Fuck
$20,
it.
right?
Right, $20. Get $200 back, bro. Like, you
Just
know
put
what I mean?
$20 on Barboza, Ramirez, and Rolly.
And
On a
Rolly,
parlay. That's got to be a motherfucking bet.
Bro, and you know what? And I said this too. I said, yo, knowing the way boxing is, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if Barboza won.
There's
Ramirez
going to have to
won,
be an
Rolly
upset.
won.
Is there an upset on Saturday?
Yo, bro. It's
I'm
Yeah, I
surprised.
think there is.
variable,
Yeah,
bro.
I think there's an upset. I think there's an
Yeah.
upset on Saturday.
Yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
Bro, yo, bro. You know, bro, they're not doing it at a stadium, bro. They're doing it in the middle of the fucking street with a bunch of offices and shit, bro. Yo, bro, you never know what a dude on top can like throw a little laser to fuck someone's eye, or you know what I mean? Like do a little weird.
All I know is it's outside. It's gonna be cold, and the only guy who was not acting like a bitch about it was Tio. He fucking shirtless that day. Everybody else were like in a fucking jumpsuit,
What is
ready
the
to go out
weather
to Alaska.
What is the weather for NYC on Saturday? Because
They said
I keep
raining.
forgetting. I keep forgetting they're going to be outside.
They said raining. I don't know if it's during the nighttime, but they said there's a 60% chance of rain. I don't know what the temperature is like. I know the last 5 years, the average temperature at night is like 58
shit,
degrees.
you're right. Yeah, it is.
And what's the temperature they're saying for nighttime?
Hey, shout out to my boy Puro. Where the fuck you been, carnal?
72 degrees with It says it's going to be raining. 55% precipitation on New York City on
it's dropping. That's dropping.
Saturday 6 p.m.
No, it's Friday.
It's Friday.
Oh, Friday. My bad.
Yo, bro, that's one of the things that I like. I can't find the bundle deal on my fucking app.
Okay, on Friday. On Friday it's 80 degrees. I don't see it's 20% precipitation and not a lot of rain, nothing.
In New York City?
Yeah, NYC. Weather on Friday. You said Friday, right?
Yeah.
Right. Saturday. It looks like it's rain.
Friday. So it's gonna be 80s on Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, and what's the low for the night? The low.
On Friday. Hold on. Let me see. Let me.
Oh, then it's gonna be a nice night outside, then, bro.
Okay, so on NYC, right now, man. Let me just share the screen so you could see in Manhattan right now.
It's one of those spike days that we.
Here we go right here. So look, 10-day Manhattan weather, right? So on Friday we got 78 degrees with a low of 63 with a 24% chance precipitation. Saturday is where it's going to rain. 76 degrees, low of 54, showers. On Friday, it's mostly cloudy.
63. So between 7 and... So then you can imagine between 7 and 3... How many factors are going to have? 5?
I don't think the weather's going to... I don't think the weather's going to be a factor. Yeah, I missed the old rolly. I missed the old rolly too, Tycho. I missed the old rolly too. But then again, you know what? Maybe it's what LT and HOD saying. Maybe he's got the quiet. Still, it don't matter. The rolly that was like talking shit during the tank and when he bought the dog for Isaac and shit, like that's the classic rolly, bro. That's the classic rolly, bro. Isaac was so mad. That he bought a dog and and he went out to Las Vegas, bro, and he took out the piñata and started beating the fuck. He made it look like that was Pitbull. Pitbull was mad. Even his wife. Even his wife was like, he's gonna hurt him. Yeah, and then like I think Rolly realized, like, man, all this shit talking it doesn't always work out for me well. So
never has.
Doesn't have for anybody, bro. He was doing this to sell the fight. He has to sell the fight. That's how he got paid.
He didn't need to.
If you're going to try to sell a pay-per-view fight, that's how you get paid. Yeah.
And he still has his old one.
Of course he has.
Oh, yeah.
He's made non-intriguing fights intriguing.
No, he hasn't.
It's the only reason why he's gotten any of the fights.
Yeah, the dude sells himself 100%, bro.
Yeah, but not successfully. But I mean, you can glaze Rolly all you want.
Oh, bro, that's successful, bro. Honestly,
this ain't good, bro. But él está haciendo su trabajo, man. He's got to sell.
Honestly,
I know, but he doesn't need to.
Where he's at right now, bro.
You do when you make money off of pay-per-view buys.
Yeah, and his pay-per-views didn't sell.
Oh, the Tank fight didn't sell?
No.
It didn't do 300,000?
That ain't shit.
For a guy who doesn't make any money, that's a lot of money.
We're talking Tank and Rolly?
Did you say Gervonta Davis, bro? Are you kidding me?
Dude, it's a lot of money for a guy who doesn't get paid, though.
Yeah.
Rolly don't
hold on, wait.
Yeah,
just to make it clear.
Hold on. Fucking dollars, bro.
I want to make it clear so I'm not putting out any false information. So this isn't like a normal pay-per-view. Turk paid all these guys, and it's not even like ticket sales or nothing. It's closed off, right?
Yeah.
You would think with a card like this, bro, I don't understand why you would do that for a card like this, bro. A card like this would sell, bro. Devin, T.O., Ryan, Rolly, that doesn't make any sense to me, bro.
That's that on PBC would have been $90 each.
Nobody on that card sells, bro. Nobody on that card sells but Ryan.
Stop it. Nah, really.
How much did Ryan sell versus
I mean, yeah, he does got a point. T.O. don't really sell that much.
He fought that one Mexican dude, man.
No. He's got a point. T.O. doesn't sell that much. Devin doesn't sell. But I'm talking about all of them together, though, Puto.
Yeah, it doesn't sell. And in my opinion, they made the fight there because they're trying to.
They're just promoting Riyadh season, bro. That's all it's about.
And they're trying to.
Isn't Canelo fighting the next day?
Yes, on Saturday. Yes, correct.
And where was the Canelo fight? Where was the Canelo fight?
In Saudi Arabia.
Hey, how much did Ryan sell with Fortuna? How much did Ryan sell with Duarte?
It was not pay-per-view.
Exactly.
The Duarte was a pay-per-view. The Duarte?
Yeah, it wasn't pay-per-view.
No, it wasn't. That's my point.
Yeah, I know. Like, you don't have to be on pay-per-view to sell, bro.
No, bro. If you make money off of what you sell, that means you're on commission. And so if you ever had a commission job, based on how you sell is how you make your money.
Yeah,
and that's what that's what happens when you're on pay-per-view fights.
Pay-per-views means
Makes
low
you think a lot,
guarantees
bro.
up
Like-
front.
It does, bro. It makes you. I was thinking about that shit, bro. Like City of Wolves. Like it makes you think a lot, shit. You know what I mean? I
Man,
know.
I'm just saying,
Incredible
bro.
follow.
They never had a
Listen,
fight
this is
like
a
that
good
at
look,
Times
man.
Square.
Oh,
They're trying to
as
do
a
the shit
boxing
with
fan, I'm excited for the whole card, and I just don't understand. Like, if you would think if they're ever gonna sell it like that, you would think this is a perfect card to do that. Whatever, bro. I'm just glad it's happening, but it's kind of weird everything about it. Like, okay, so Turkey pays all these guys, and then they're gonna like enclose the audience, right? Is that what it is? They're enclosing it. There's only a certain.
No, they're not enclosing the audience. There's only 300 VIP people.
Right, that's what Oscar said. Oscar, because
Yeah.
when they asked Oscar, they said, well, how do you watch the fight? Oscar said, anybody could watch the fight. You could pull up on the street and watch the fight, which is why
You
I asked
can.
you, which is
No, you
why
can,
I
you
asked you the other day, HOD. I asked you, is this sort of like in WrestleMania when you see the Tron? Is it up on a Tron where you could see the screen other than the ring?
Probably, bro.
That's what they're
Yeah.
saying.
Well,
That's what they're saying.
hey, you saw the promo, right?
Yeah,
You saw the
bro,
promo.
Probably, bro.
Let me see.
If you saw the promo, you see that the Ryan Garcia that had him on the Tron of Times Square.
Okay,
right?
well, then that's good. That's good. That's
Right.
good.
So it's gonna the fight. There's gonna be right around there. They're gonna barricade the ring. 300 VIP people is what they say is can only be in less. So that's has nothing to do with any one of us. And so if you want to go to the fight, you could just like if you've ever been to on 42nd Street for
Right,
New
you
Year's
could
Eve.
just- right, you could just get out and look up at the Tron. That's what I'm
You
saying.
look at the Tron. You could be at the barricade watching the fight from behind the barricade. You know, it could be all of that. It's going to be closed down like Times Square. I mean, like New Year's Eve, but not that big, right? They're not going to close all those
And
streets down.
now you don't got to worry about the weather, because I remember I thought it was going to be cold too, 80 degrees, and around that time, we're talking low 70, high 60s, which is kind of good actually.
All them West Coast cholos are going to be cold like a motherfucker, bro.
Oh, you're talking Barboza,
All
Devin
of
Haney?
them. The only one who's not going to be is Tio. Because they were freezing their asses off
Man,
that one day, man.
I hope Tio makes a statement, bro. I don't want it to be close because I already see it now. They're gonna be like, you see, that's why he wanted to avoid Barboza, because people, you know, I'll admit too, like as a Tio fan, the people that have given Tio problems have been dudes with good fundamentals.
Yeah, and Barbosa's one of them. He has great fundamentals.
Tio wins. Simple as that.
I see. I'm gonna be honest, like, bro. Everybody would give Tio the side, bro, but there's a chance.
You can see what you're saying, but you can see exactly what. Yeah, that Barboza, you know, tiene his, like I said that earlier about his fundamentals. You know what I mean? He knows what type of a fighter that he is, and so he's not out there trying to be something that he's not. And guys,
I'm 100%.
you know, he's mature into the style of fighter that he is, and so we know that. We know that. You know.
Yeah.
Tio is still a fucking spring, man.
If you want me to, if you want me to play it like gun to my head, everybody, gun to my head right now, gun to my head. Tio, Ramirez, Raya, gun to my head. With a gun to your head right now, puro.
Rayo?
Huh?
Rayo? He said Rayo, güey.
No, he said
Gun
Ramirez.
to your head.
Like just quickly, straight to your head, pick it.
Gun to
Like
my head, Barbosa, Ramirez, and Ryan.
Gun to your head, HLD.
Yeah, go ahead, HOD.
No, it'll be Tio. Man, the one that's got me fucked up is that Ramirez and Haney, bro. That fight is
Gun to your head. I know. Gun to your head. I got a gun in your head. Pick.
Fuck me. Damn, man. Dame.
Okay.
Dame. Bro, I got all the calculations in my mind. Okay, he's been knocked out. He's been jaw. He's been slow. I'm gonna expect the best of Ramirez. Give me Ramirez. I'm gonna expect the best version of Ramirez that night.
Okay, and Ryan
Ramirez,
and then Ryan.
All right. Mine. I want to make it clear. I do think there's gonna be an upset. However, my picks remain the same. My T.O. Devin Ryan.
So you got all the A side.
I got all the hold on. I got all the A sides, but I do think there will be an upset. Now, which one will I do think the upset for? Ironically, I don't think it's gonna be Ryan and Rolly. I think Ryan smokes Rolly. I think the upset's either gonna be Devin or even our guy T.O. HOD. I think T.O. might get.
I can see them robbing Ramirez.
Man, I'm just saying, bro. I go for T.O. all the time, but I know if he's not all.
You know what? The cards are stacked against Ramirez, bro. The cards are stacked against Ramirez because they want the Haney and Ryan fight. So I wouldn't be surprised if a robbery happens. You know what I mean?
Bro, they shouldn't, bro.
He brought up robbery. I never thought of that.
Robbery with the Haney and Ramirez.
Fuck the robbery. No. Fuck, bro. I could say robbery against Teofimo. I could say robbery against Rolly.
I can see them robbing T.O., bro.
We're just playing it. We're just playing it how
we're gonna rob T.O. They're gonna rob T.O. Watch.
You're gonna rob T.O.
How many times does T.O. drop Barboza?
No times.
No times?
No. He hasn't been hitting since he's moved up to 140.
Who hasn't been hit since they moved up to 140?
T.O.
He hasn't been hit?
Hitting like he used to.
Oh, that he hasn't been hitting. Shit, I thought he could have stopped Taylor easily. He could have. I don't know why he didn't step on the gas pedal, but he could have stopped him.
Because he couldn't.
Nah, he could have.
That
dude was on Bambi legs.
Because if he could have, he would have. That's how.
Not all the fighters are like that. Not all fighters are like that.
All fighters, if they have a guy that they can knock out, they'll knock him out.
Pero the robbery is very much on my mind. That we can see.
Too, bro. I could see a robbery against. Yeah, I see it right. But
Contra Ramirez, I see it mostly out of all the fighters. I see Ramirez getting the most ripped off. But he cannot show up the way he's been showing up. Because, bro, when I recently found out he's 32, I'm like, coño, cabrón, you're fighting like you're fucking 40, man. You know, he's been fighting like he's an old man.
He's fighting very well.
Bro, he's been fighting like an old man.
No, it's because he wasn't at his weight anymore, bro.
You know, he was getting his ass whooped versus is it Delorme, that old Puerto Rican fighter? He was getting his ass whooped in that fight. Is it Delorme? I think it was Delorme or something like that. So I mean, I'm like, coño, ¿qué le pasa a este hombre? He's shot.
He's winning. What are you talking about?
So it could be that he's maybe the weight, because he's a big dude. He's a big bone motherfucker. I don't, so it could be like LC is saying, and I agree with that. I think this is gonna, he's gonna be a lot happier coming into making this weight on Friday.
I mean, he hasn't looked as bad as everybody thinks, bro. Like he's literally he lost to Arnold Barboza, bro.
Bro, he looked like shit versus Delorme or whatever his dude's name. He looked terrible.
Delorme, who? Who are you talking about?
Bro, he fought against the Puerto Rican dude, an old Puerto Rican dude.
Nah, he didn't fight Delorme, bro.
It was, man.
Nah, Delorme's a welterweight, bro.
Ay, no me buscarlo aquí, tanta mierda.
Let me see. Hold on, Jose Ramirez.
He didn't look bad in any of his last. He's never looked.
Oh no, Bartholomew.
Oh, Rancis Bartholomew. Yeah,
Rancis Bartholomew was tagging his ass.
Hold on. But to be fair, he's the same guy that was tagging up Antoine Russell before they stopped the fight.
Rancis Bartholomew has an awkward style, bro. He gives everybody fits.
Yeah, he gives you know what? He's like
Bro,
he's
he
like,
had Ramirez on Bambi
yeah,
legs.
but
Like,
hold on. He's like
He never had Ramirez on Bambi legs.
Hold on.
bro, he did.
Hold on. Rancis Bartholomew is like he's like Tevin Farmer. He always gives dudes work, bro.
That has nothing to do with what I'm saying. He was getting the shit beat out of him in that fight. Like, we were like, what the fuck?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Bro, he was getting his ass beat by that old man.
It sounds like the goofies that say that fucking Tio was getting his ass kicked versus fucking Claggett, bro. Come on, man.
Ay, pobrecito, man. No puede aguantar que Ramiro was getting. Oh, he's Cuban. Bartholomew is Cuban.
Oh yeah, he is Cuban,
you
right?
guys see, like you want Tio to win so bad that you'll fucking like it's okay, man. It's all good.
What does that have to do with Bartholomew doing Ramirez bad? When I'm saying
he's trying to say,
Ramirez fighting
he's trying to say you want Tio to win so bad you're shitting on Romero's opponents. On his
Exactly
resume.
Exactly what you're doing. Now, one time did you mention that like the style that Barboza possesses is the one that literally has given has made Tio look like shit.
That's what I said, though. I said that, Poodle.
No, not you.
Okay.
Not you, bro.
Yeah, anybody that's got
no fundamentals on there on point. That's the one thing I did say. He's not as athletic as the other guys.
Right, but
than Martin. He's not more athletic than Ortiz.
No, but the guys that have had great fundamentals have given Tio problems in the past.
Those two guys have them, but guess what they also have? They also have athleticism. Barboza is not that.
Yeah, but you got
you got who else? Who else?
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. And I gotta get off, bro. Hold on.
For sure. Go ahead.
Let me see. Hold on.
I'll give you two names that
hold on. Somebody's
fits.
in the background. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Don't
leave nobody else in, bro. You trying to go to bed? I'm putting you to bed, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe he's got something to say. Hello, who this?
You should probably learn like the sport of boxing, you know?
Yo, who's this?
Anyway.
No te pique.
Okay. He don't want to speak. I don't know who that was. He doesn't want to speak.
Afuera.
Oh, what's the name, Shadow?
Yepson.
Oh,
yes. Pinche Yepes, say something.
Yo, are you here?
Es el Yepezón, cabrón. Yepes y algo, cabrón.
Yepes.
¿Qué huele, Yepes?
What's his logo look like or something? There's no it.
Nah, he's here, but he's not saying nothing. He backed off because I got the screen blocks. You see? I got the screen blocked, and now he backed off.
Does he have a Manny Pacquiao avatar?
Nah. He was smart. You know, he was one of the dudes that was trying to catch me because like he thinking I'm stupid. Like I'm gonna just throw him on here. Nah. I blocked it. I said what's up. He left because I already know.
Afuera.
Yeah,
always has the Manny and
nah. He probably wasn't him. He's one of those fuckboys that try to come here and do something stupid, like I'm stupid. But anyway,
you know who it was? It was LT. I don't know.
Bro, they shit on me, bro.
He used to do that shit to me all the time.
Nah,
no. You know, I was gonna say.
I don't know if it was LT, but he did do that to me.
I was gonna say in regards to TOHOD. In regards to TO, hold on. In regards to Tio, and I'm actually agreeing with Pudo in a sense. I'm not saying all the way, but it is kind of true when I look at Tio, right? Because I'm very critical of Tio. I've always been critical of Tio, but Jermaine Ortiz, Sandor Martin, and Lomachenko. Now Lomachenko is an exception, bro. So I'm not even gonna put Tio in there. I mean, Jermaine Ortiz, Sandor Martin. Both had great fundamentals, okay, and they gave him a little bit of issues, man.
They're also a lot more athletic than Barboza.
Yeah, the athleticism has nothing to do.
Actually, I got man. I would love Sandor Martin beats Barboza. Sandor Martin beats Barboza.
I could see it happening, and that's just because it would be a horrible fight.
It would be. Well, no, you know what? The way Sandor Martin fought Puello, bro, this last time. He didn't fight like that versus Tio because they know he was getting popped. He didn't want to deal with that noise, but he fought a great fight versus Puello. That I give him.
Beat him easy. I thought Puello beat him easy.
No, he gave him a good fight. Man. That was a good fight. That was not a beatdown. Pero Ramirez cannot show up like the 40-year-old Ramirez. The guy getting off the couch drinking Coronas, bro. He needs to come in ready to roll.
Well,
and
the
that
good thing,
Ramirez,
brother, is that Ramirez never has shown himself to his age yet, or he's only
bro,
32.
dude, dude. I was surprised when I saw he was 32. Carajo, man, why is he fighting like this?
Like what, bro? Like
Like slugs molasses.
Why is he winning?
He says that
Bro,
Puro sent him here, bro.
Why is he winning?
He's winning because Golden Boy's paying them judges, bro.
The guy that was supposedly beating his ass, bro, like only won 2 rounds. Is that how bad he was fighting?
He didn't win 2 rounds. He won more than 2 rounds.
No, he only won like 2 rounds, bro, in that fight.
Man, lo tenía borrachito.
No lo tenía borrachito, bro. He caught him early, bro. And that's
bro,
it, bro. Like,
Bartholomew had him borrachito.
Trying to make with the Rodriguez and Dolfo fight, but you didn't watch it, so I was like,
Okay, but I watched this one and I remember clear as day. I was like, damn, he's letting this old dusty ass man get back in the fight like that. I was shocked as hell.
Bro, it happened early.
No, it happened in the middle rounds. That guy had no quit in him, bro.
It fucking early, bro. It happened early.
No, it didn't. It happened mid up in the fight.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. He's back. It says his mic wasn't working. Let me see if it is. Hold on. Let me block his screen again. Yo.
Can you hear me?
Okay, he's good. Yeah, I hear you, brother. My bad. I didn't mean to call you a fuckboy. I thought you was one of those.
Nah, that's all good. Hey, bro, you're still what's that shit called? PTSD from the COVID years?
Yeah, it's my PTSD fucking around. What's going on, man?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I haven't seen a cock drop since fucking COVID. Are they still doing it?
Nah, they're still doing it, bro. They still doing it.
Yeah. Nah, it's been a couple of years since I've seen a good cock drop.
Bro, I haven't even heard that term in a minute.
Oh, on here.
Well, anywhere.
No, it actually happened. Like that's why I went back to blocking my screen, because you know what they did? They caught me with the not D style. What's his name? Oh my goodness, why is it not coming to me? Not D Styles avatar. What's his name's avatar?
Well, whoever somebody's right.
It was
G Funky's
G Funk. There you go, G Funky. They caught me off guard with G Funky because G Funky was in the chat, and then he said, "I gotta go." This is how they caught me. G Funky was like, "Yo, I gotta go." He was on there, and he left, and then 5 minutes later, he popped back. I'm like, "Oh, he's back." And then when I clicked, it was somebody. They hit me with the dick pic.
Well, how long ago though? Like how long ago?
Like 2-3 months ago. It was
shit! You know
yeah.
who it was? I think it was LT, bro.
Sorry, Uber Eats got
They keep saying that, bro.
I hate that shit, bro. Stop blaming it on me, bro. I hate that shit, bro.
Hey, LT, bro,
that's
you
why
fucking
Shadow Ghost, no, bro. That's why Shadow Ghost removed my wrench, bro. Because you guys been blaming shit on me, bro. And yo no tengo nada contra Shadow Ghost, and I've never done shit to Shadow Ghost, bro. I've never dick bombed this fucking channel or anything, bro.
Oh, but who Shadow did you? You said
Shadow,
not this
give him a wrench, please. Give him his wrench back, bro. It's starting to sound like Alonzo.
Who needs a wrench? Who needs a wrench?
LT, bro, he's mad, bro.
LT don't got a wrench.
LT's mad.
No, LT should have a wrench. He don't got a wrench.
No, but you have removed all of them. You don't even remember what you did, Shadow.
Oh yeah, I remember.
You forgot your own rules now.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember. I took everybody's away because I was.
Hey, Shadow goes. LT said if you don't give him his wrench back, he's gonna dick bomb you.
Why y'all fucking with LT? Hold on, let me find. Yeah, LT, put a comment in the chat and I'll wrench you up. I can't find your comment. Oh, there it goes. I got it.
Where's my wrench, dog?
I got you too, Puto. I got you. Hold on.
No, I don't know. I have a wrench.
Puto already has one, bro.
I can care less.
Hold on.
What about me, bro? Even though I don't come here that much, but fuck it.
Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, you can give my wrench to Yepes. I don't give a fuck.
I just fucking around. And then I listen to your content of Shut Up Boy. You be going live when I'm working, but I do be listening.
You know, a lot of people they have with the different time zones that listen to me.
And then you be doing like quick ones, right? You do like 1 hour, 2 hour ones, and you dip in and out, right?
Today was gonna be a quick one because I wasn't feeling well, but then that's why I dropped.
Damn, that's fucked up. Dude says, "Hey man, you only do 2 hour ones. Those are quick ones. Hours on this shit."
There you go, El D. Always thinking fucking nasty shit, bro. What's up with you, homie?
No, so diciendo. So you gonna say that? No, you thought you don't think. I'm just saying that 2 hours is a quickie like that, bro. That's a long time to be on this bitch.
Fuck. HLD likes him longer.
Mucho
He likes
más.
him he likes them long and thick.
Hey,
Ay, el nene está pensando tan sucio.
Nah, it's a small community. Like, everybody knows each other. But anyways, you guys were talking about Tio, right? Fucking
Yeah, go
We're
ahead,
talking
go ahead,
about the fights on Friday.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, he wants to say something about Tio. Go ahead. Yeah, the fights.
bro.
Nah. I mean, Tio, bro. Honestly, he's one of these fighters that he could be cold and hot, bro. He could fucking he could be the one that fucking whoops Lomachenko's ass like he did before, right? Like nobody thought he was gonna beat Lomachenko, and when he did, nobody thought that he was gonna beat him the way he did. Like everybody thought that the only chance he had was to knock him out, right? Nobody's seen him outboxing him, which he did. Teofimo did that. He didn't knock him out. He fucking outboxed him. He showed his skills against Loma. He was the first one to do that, right? Yeah, fucking Loma had lost to Salido before, but we forget that Tio was the first one to beat Loma, a prime Loma, a good ass Loma, a fucking Hall of Fame Loma. Well, yeah, you could laugh, bro, but he did that though.
Yeah, I'm laughing.
Teofimo did that. He has that on his on his record.
Fucking Yep is talking boxing.
It's common knowledge that Tio beat him because he's more athletic than Loma.
Yeah, but you didn't know that before that. Like, what were people
More
saying?
athletic. Where was the athleticism in that fight?
Beat him.
And he lost to Cambosos because Cambosos is more athletic than Tio.
Oh, but that was after though. That was after.
I know, yeah, but I'm just talking shit to HLD.
Yeah, that was after that. Loma, and then he beat Taylor. That was another fucking good win. And then he did lose to fucking Cambosos. That was fucked up. So now he's kind of in the mix. Teofimo is in the mix with everyone. Teofimo's in the mix with all these fools, with fucking Tank, Haney, fucking Shakur, all these fools that are around 140, 135, 147. He's right in there, bro. Teofimo, he could do it, bro. I'm pretty sure he's gonna knock out fucking Barbosa. I'm pretty sure he will. Barbosa, he's a good fighter. I'm rooting for Barbosa. He's my dude, right? He's from Southern Cali, so he's my dude.
You good, LT? I got you. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I got you, LT.
I just don't think that. What happened? Oh, well, I can't.
Oh, wait, okay, hey, how do you think about this? So
Hey,
the dudes that's given Tio, I think the people that's given Tio problems in the past have been patient fighters with good fundamentals.
Yeah, but that's like a generic statement. You could say that about anyone, though.
No, because when I say good fundamentals, okay. So let me see, because like not everybody has great fundamentals. Like even Cambosos, I don't think got great fundamentals. I just think he caught Tio on an off night that Tio how he was. But like when I say
the only people that give Tio fits are runners. Period.
But that's what I'm saying. That's a generic statement. You could say that about anyone.
No, you can't say that about anybody. It's not a runner.
Shadow, I have to agree with you with the fundamentals of the dudes, but to me, it's the back footedness and the severe back footedness that whatchamacallit showed.
That's what HLD's referring to, right? What he calls it running. Bro. He calls it running.
But I mean, that like running is like I use running all the time because that's what they do. But I mean, like the thing is with Tio is that he hasn't shown that he can press the attack when needed effectively. If he shows,
I could agree with that. I could agree with that.
No, so here's the thing. You guys have been you guys are being race hustle. You guys say that all runners are gonna give fucking Latino Mexican fighters or Latino fighters, in this case with Tio, because he's not Mexican, right? He's LT's race, fucking Guatemalan.
He ain't Guatemalan.
That was funny, bro.
Or my race, right? No, but they say that, right? They say, okay, so no, so to be serious, that's what they say, right? They say that black fighters give Hispanic fighters. Yeah, but black fighters.
You know why you say that shit?
But the two runners we're talking about, uno es de España y el otro cabrón es dominicano puertorriqueño, bro.
Well, I mean, Puerto Ricans could be looked at as black fighters too, depending on the color of their skin.
No, man, we Puerto Ricans, bro. That we can have black ancestry in us.
No,
Yes.
I know, but what I'm saying is that that's like the generic statement that people will look at, right? But you guys don't see that fucking runners. They give everybody problems. Look at Karen. He's not even black, and he's a fucking runner.
That's
Okay, so hold on.
He
So
gets
then let me
good
ask you. Hold
problems.
on. Let me ask you then. So then, what type of fighters give Tio problems then?
runners.
No,
I'm asking him.
Back foot bitches.
no, it's just good fighters, man. Tio could fucking. It's just good fighters. The Cambosos, that was just an off night, but good fighters are gonna give anybody problems, bro. If Tio fights a good fighter, he's gonna get problems. Just like it's gonna be an even fight. So when we say who gives somebody problems, another good fighter, you're not gonna see no fucking bum give a great fighter problems. Yeah, on an off night.
That's
But
why I said patience, because I feel like the
yeah,
patience.
yeah.
Who's gotta have
So
patience with fundamentals, but not just rushing in there. Like for instance, Josh Taylor. I think a lot of he had issues with Tio, but I think he was really emotional that fight. If you remember, Tio had said, I'm gonna kill you, and he was all mad. And even before the Josh Taylor fight, he was in the back, jump roping and getting. I mean, he was really like warmed up and shit. But you could tell, like he even said after the fight, he was real emotional. Whereas the fighters, I feel like that's given Tio problems in the past. They were more like patient, like they just stuck to their game plan. They didn't try to knock him out. They didn't try to, but then I guess what HOD saying is someone like Ortiz, who was just on his back foot, 90% of the fight?
but he's done that against every opponent.
No, he hasn't. You saw his last fight,
I didn't see his last fight, but most of
bro.
it.
Did you see Sandor Martin versus Puello? That fight was not no back foot fight. You know what I mean? He wasn't running. He was going after it.
I was kind of shocked. I was kind of shocked he fought Puello like that, bro. I really was.
Because these guys never fight the way they fought Tio until they fought him like that. They don't fight that way.
He actually pushed the issue against Puello, and I was
That's what I'm saying.
I never seen Sandor Martin like that moving forward like that.
Tio's speed and power or explosiveness gives these fuckers trouble. They don't want to.
Who you think won that fight? Puello, or no? You think he was robbed or no? I think Puello won.
Man, it was such a close fight, man. But I think Puello pulled it off. But Sandor Martin gave off. Bro, I like that type of fighting. I would watch him again. I would want to watch him again because that's the way I want to fight.
It isn't that and hold on, Pudo, I hear you, but isn't that like how that's a perfect example of how styles make fights? Because check this out. You got Puello who beats Antoine Russell the fight before, and I think he did. Some people think it was. I don't think it was Robert. He beat him. It was close, but he beat him. And then he fights Sandor Martin the next fight, and then he struggles with him. But then when I look at it, I don't think Sandor beats Antoine Russell. I don't think he beats Antoine Russell. Do you?
He gives him a challenge.
But then Antoine Russell became a champion because he beat what's his name? No,
he beat
the shit out of Ryo.
Ryo. Yeah, he beat the fuck out of Ryo, bro.
Yeah,
I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it. I was hoping it would.
You didn't, but if you would have knew that, you would have bet your shitload of money.
No, I wouldn't have because I wanted Ryo to win.
So you know what's so messed up about that? Hey, you know what's so messed up about that El Rayo thing was remember Pudo when what's his name? Robert Garcia was like, he was like when El Rayo won, he did the interview. It was like, El Rayo came to me and they were like, they want me to fight Antoine Russell, and he told him, he advised him, he said, hey man, you just won the fight off a Pitbull, like that's a really dangerous fight to take as your first title defense. And he said that Ryo made it seem like they were giving him no option. It's sort of like they just rushed it on him and was like, nah, bro, you better take this fight, and he feels like they kind of like they did that because they wanted Antoine Russell to be the champion. That's like kind of like what I got out of that, because he was like
in boxing, man. You're the champion, you fight all comers, period.
It's the PBC's MO, Shadow. That's a PBC's MO.
Yeah.
That's no excuse for losing.
Yeah, so the way that is that like since boxing has a shitload of champions, so Russell couldn't be Puello, right? So he's gonna go to the boxer that's underneath him. That way he could still look like a champion. So okay, yeah, you couldn't be Puello, but you could still beat a champion and beat a boxer that's inferior than you, which was Rayo. That's how that shit works. It's no there's no secret sauce to this. It all comes down to talent and rankings. So Russell is a champion at that division, but he's not the best, right?
At
But
140?
he's good. But he's good enough to get one of the championships, and they could build off of that. That's what I'm saying about Teofimo, right?
Like Tio,
So-
well, like Tio, like for instance, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't know if y'all agree, but I do agree with the whole Tio does kind of fight up to his like. I feel like
Yeah,
I feel like
You
when
already
everything
proved
is
that,
on
bro.
the line,
Teofimo,
when everything
yeah.
is on the line and his back is against the wall, Tio's a dangerous
Yeah.
motherfucker. Like if he was to fight Antoine Russell, that would bring that shit out of him.
Yeah, that's what that's what I was saying. Like, yeah, that was my whole point about Tio in the beginning. Tio already proved to me that he could beat the best, which was Loma at that time. Like I seen that shit. Nobody fucking I seen it live.
So if
He
he
fucking
loses to
beat him.
Barboza, you think it's because he's overlooking him?
If he loses to Barbosa, then I don't change. The fucking news change. Now it's like, oh yeah, that was lucky against fucking him against Loma. But if he beats the shit out of Barbosa, then he's still up there.
And this is why HOD disagrees with me, but I think Tio needs to make a statement against him, bro. I really do.
Yeah, which
I don't think it should be close because
will.
if it's close, you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say because the whole narrative has always been he never wanted to fight Barbosa. And they'll almost try to make it seem like Tio's. I don't think Tio's scared of anybody, bro. Anybody that says I'll fight Boots and I'll fight fucking Crawford, come on, bro. And I think he's serious when he says that. So like, I just think he probably didn't think that Barboza was an interesting fighter, or at that time he wasn't a champion. Okay,
No money.
And neither was Claggett, bro. We already debunked this.
No money.
HOD's talking about the money though, right?
No
Bro,
money.
like literally, like who cares, bro? Like he didn't make any money with Claggett either.
No money.
Yeah, and there was no money in Claggett either.
He got paid for that fight. And Claggett took chump change,
He didn't
right?
get paid
Did
shit,
Barboza
bro.
get paid chump change?
Like Tio, other than talking shit, is always bitching about not getting paid enough.
You damn right.
So the other
Jesus.
the other example I could give is
now?
Haney versus Loma, right? It was a close fight, even though a lot of people think that that Lomachenko won. That was a closer fight than the Tio fight, right? Haney versus Loma. Okay, whatever. But Haney still did that, so I gave Haney the benefit of the doubt. But when I saw Haney, he got the shit beat out of him by Ryan. I was like, oh hell no. That didn't happen to Tio. Like the way fucking Haney got fucking beat up versus Ryan, and then there was that question mark versus Loma.
Well,
Like,
doesn't that
yeah.
beg to ask the question? Because I gave Devin, as much as I do think Loma kind of pulled it off with Devin. Devin kind of got my respect for the way
because he made it
the way he
Whatever
fought
it
Loma.
was,
He adjusted. He adjusted the way he fought Loma.
Yeah.
Like he literally changed. Like he was and even though I do think he kind of lost that fight, that made me think like, what if Ryan had fought Loma?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, so that's how we're supposed to judge them. Well, at least me, right? That's how we judge these boxers. Like, how do they do against top competition? Okay, you could get lucky one time, but then how about the next time? How about the next top competition you fight? Is it still the same, or do you get your ass whooped? Even if you're barely winning, that means that you're good, bro, because you're fighting against top competition and you're still winning, even by a little bit. Hey, guess what? You're just a little bit better than the top
But
competition.
that's the issue with Tio, because I feel like Tio does a lot of it to himself, because if Tio doesn't one side the person, if he doesn't wash the person, look at all the criticism he gets, bro.
Yeah.
Cares.
But I'm saying though,
anybody puts up a fight against Tio, they look at it like, oh look, you know what I mean? And who cares at the end of the day? But it's like I feel like Tio does a lot of that to himself though. He like, because he, you know, and of course the shit talking is part of it, but I also believe Tio mentally If it, like, oh, and I was gonna ask HOD. I don't know. I wanted to ask you this the other time that you was here. If you ever noticed this, so I noticed like during the fight weeks, like leading up to the fight week, like Tio, like his whole like he's weird to begin with, but like he really changes like as the fight gets on. He's like his whole personality. It's like it's weird. It's like it's almost like I feel like he kind of like because I saw it during the Josh Taylor. I saw it there. The Loma I don't remember too much because I think Loma was during COVID. I think Loma was during COVID, but it's like he acts weirder than usual. Maybe I'm just paying attention to stupid shit. Maybe he's just like locking in or whatever. But I feel like sometimes like he does kind of like overlook his opponents. The fights that's been close, like I guarantee you, when he went in the fight Sandor, he didn't think Sandor was gonna give him work. He probably didn't think he was gonna give him work.
That's on Tio, bro.
What are your thoughts
on
on
bro?
What are your thoughts on Tio? Like the shit he did that he fucking sent bananas to. I forgot who he sent bananas to.
Yeah, I got on him for that, bro. I got on him.
Yeah, he's a fucking goofball.
But why though?
Bro? I mean,
why Shadow Ghost? Why?
Well,
he didn't send them then. How's Keyshawn's on?
No, he's talking. Are you talking about with the banana calling Tank and Crawford, or are you talking about the bananas being sent to?
Well, both, right? Because it was known that he sent the bananas to Key, even though he did it, he acted like he did. So he
exactly.
might have was half, right?
Even if he did it, everybody thinks he did because he fucking did what he did.
And he was
why did I get on him?
Yeah.
Just because I personally just don't. I just didn't just agree with it. You know, I just personally didn't agree with it. My son is half black. I don't look at black people like that. That's just me though. That's just how I am.
I think it's called selective outrage and hypocrisy. That's what it's called. Because I don't hear nobody talking about Keyshawn sending himself that banana and watermelon. Keyshawn sent himself that line, and I don't see no saying
he didn't send that shit to us.
Okay, so the reason
he sent that shit to himself. That's what he did.
So shout out to Shadow Ghost. Shadow Ghost got himself a black queen. So shout out to Shadow Ghost. He slayed that. But what I'm saying is that
you used to call them the African brothers.
Oh no, that was Foka. What was he saying?
No, that was you, fool. Used to be like you're like a monastic warrior and salute to my.
Oh yeah, the African brothers. The African brothers. Back in the day. Anyways, go ahead. That was way. Oh, you're talking about COVID, bro. You're going back to COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, just real quick, before you go, HOD. Yeah. I think I told you, like, if Keyshawn did do that, then he's, that's some fuck shit too. Like,
but it's not, bro. It's obvious that he did. It's so damn
obvious. Why Teal took credit for it then? Why Teal took credit for it?
How did Teal take credit for it when he came out saying, "Bro, all I did is just came on camera eating a banana, laughing at it"?
No, but I'm not saying
bro. He said it, bro. I think they sent it themselves. I know they did, and he put out the name of the girl from Top Rank that he believes set that shit up too on Twitter. I forgot her name, but she's in charge of all the promotional stuff during fight week.
Okay, so it's
same person who hit Sandy Ryan with the paintball. Same shit.
Okay, so it's safe to say that bananas is like according to you guys, right? It's a racist term or a racist term for black people. No, cool. You guys are saying
you brought it up.
I ain't saying shit.
No. Okay, so I'm going somewhere with this though. If you let me finish.
Dale.
Okay, so how about when a black person, or it doesn't have to be black, for a non-Mexican person is saying, "Oh, I'm gonna send this Mexican person tacos." Is that racist?
Same shit. It's the same.
I don't think it's racist.
No, I'm saying for me.
No, but why not?
I think it's disrespectful.
There's some pendejos with that shit, bro. You can send me.
Hold on,
you can send me plátanos maduros and pork chops, and you think I'm gonna get offended? No,
but I'm saying, but you just said that a banana.
You gonna get offended?
No, bro, but I'm asking you, bro, because you just said that sending a banana to a black person is racist. You just said
said that. You brought up the topic.
Okay, so you weren't agreeing with that. Okay, my bad. I thought you were agreeing with that.
No, I'm just saying you brought up the topic, and I'm only putting in that was in Tio.
Oh, okay. Well, somebody said it was racist. I don't know who it was. Somebody.
Well, the American culture sees it as that. The Americanized culture sees it like that.
Bro, I'm not going crazy. Somebody said it was, who the fuck said it was racist?
The Americanized culture,
I
and
don't know.
especially
Hey,
many
Oh, it was
individuals
Shadow. Okay, my
feel
bad.
that.
It was Shadow. It was Shadow.
hey, but check
No,
this out,
say what?
Yepis. Even
No,
though,
no,
like,
no, no, no,
people
no.
thought it
Let me
was
make
wrong,
this clear. Hold on, hold on. Let me
okay,
just
go
make this clear so then you guys can keep going. Let
Yeah.
me because I understand what HOD is saying. HOD is saying like if you send something like that to me, I'm proud of that. I eat that. That's what that is not. It's the context, bro. It's the context. Like we all know black people like chicken and watermelon. They're proud they probably like chicken and watermelon, but it's
we
the
like
context. A Mexican, hold on, let me fit. I'm talking about me, HOD. I'm not talking about you or how you look at shit. I'm saying me. So for instance, a Mexican, I know he eats tacos or whatever. He's got no problem eating tacos. It's the context of how a person says it. So for me, it's just the context because I feel like there are certain boundaries that can be considered crossed. But then again, when that's all personal too. I really think it's personal. It's no different than, and I put this in the same category of Eubank and Conor Ben, right? Some people think it was a great fight or whatever. Then you got other people calling it, oh, it was a trash fight. It was a mid fight. So it's like, it's how you look at it. It's all perception. Me, I look at the context of how the person is saying and doing it. If I know you're saying, oh, this is what you eat, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with it, then it is what it is. But if you're sending it in a way that's like you're trying to make fun of my culture, my people, yeah, I look at it as disrespect, but other people don't. Some people don't give a fuck. There's a difference between looking at disrespect and playing the victim or the race card. Like I know people like that, bro. I know people that every time something bad happens in their life, right? Oh, it's because I'm black. Oh, it's because I'm Latino. Oh, that's different. That's being a victim. You know what I mean?
Estamos llorando de racismo en mierda, bro. I'm
Teal's
so
done that
tired of
too.
this.
I'll be right back. I got to use the bathroom.
I get what you're saying, Shadow goes, oh shit, that was gone, but I wish he would hear what I gotta
Yepis, but
say.
this is the point I wanted to tell you.
But let me say it before I forget, bro. Hold on, bro. I'm low IQ, bro. I'm
Dale,
gonna forget
güey,
what I'm
dale,
about to say. You're
Dale,
fucking
güey.
high IQ, Puro. You're high IQ. You're a fucking college graduate. You have a lot of interesting shit to say. Not me,
Who
bro.
told you that? Who told you I'm a
Puro
college
pedo,
graduate?
homie. Puro
They lied to
pedo.
you, nah. No, but dale, before you forget.
Fuck, I already forgot. Nah, just puro pedo. Nah, I'm gonna say the reason why I don't have a problem with it is because Teofimo sent it to a fellow 140 boxer, somebody that he could see right away, right?
No,
And he
he's a
sent it
135 pounder.
or whatever, 135, 140, 147. It's all around the same weight class, right? So he sent it to a fellow boxer, somebody where the juices could get going, and that motherfucker could say, "Hey, what's up? Then let's make a fight happen." Now, if that guy, whoever he sent it
He
to,
didn't send them that.
no, but let me just say though, like to me, it builds up the fight, right? Because they're in the same sport, they're both boxers, so it builds up the fight. It makes it more interesting. If you would have sent it to like some regular fucking a worker at fucking Ralph's or fucking Home Depot or fucking the post office, then yeah, you're on some racist shit. But he sent it to a fellow boxer, somebody who could fucking call him out and they could fucking go at it. So to me, I didn't see a problem with it, and I don't see a problem with it whenever two boxers go at it and they talk shit, even though it gets racist. To me, it's all good. Now, if they send it to somebody else, then yeah, that's a problem.
Well, like, oh, look for example, hold on, wait. For example, some people don't take offense to this, right? But some people do. Like, I've seen other Mexicans say, so like when they would see a black fighter come in with the Mexican flag or on their trunks, some
no
fighters,
problem, no
some people
problem.
are like, I don't like that. Some people are like, I don't care.
Yeah, goofy motherfuckers don't like it.
No, I don't see a problem with it because they're so you could look at it both ways, right? They could say they're paying homage
Right.
That's what most
to
of
the
them look
Mexican
like.
cultures.
Yeah.
Other people are saying, "Oh, well, they're making fun of it."
Right. Yeah.
But then again, I see it both ways. Okay, if they are making fun of it, then the boxer who's in front of it should make him pay for it, right? Because it's not like they're okay. If they were to do it like at a Home Depot or at a fucking as at a random ass place where there's no boxers or nobody could see them, then yeah, that would be some racist shit. But they're doing it.
Hey, Shadow,
And
let me bounce
obviously
out,
respect.
man. This topic is crybaby Americanized racial ideology bullshit. I don't care about it. I really don't.
I gotta shut it down.
I really
anyway,
don't
bro.
care, man.
I gotta shut it down anyway. But
Teal,
go ahead,
bruh.
HOD. Did you want to say something before you go?
Yeah, nothing, man. We got. I think they got what they got tomorrow. Some.
Tomorrow is
Tomorrow's
What
Tuesday.
do they know when they come out in the shop like they're training bullshit? That they got
when
that
they,
shit.
when they do the open training,
Open workout. They might have open workout tomorrow and
or is
something
it
like
Wednesday?
that.
Or is it Wednesday? It
Well,
should
the
be
fight is on
Wednesday, right?
Friday, so it might be
Wednesday.
tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting the fight is on Friday, bro.
It's on Friday. So other than that, man, bro, nice chat. We'll keep it on the buck for the next one.
Hey, HOD, thanks for showing up at the beginning, bro, to help me out, bro.
Ya tú sabes, manito. Everybody,
Right,
peace
man.
out.
Man, I'm
Take
out,
care.
bro. Thank you for having me. Shadow Ghost, much love, carnal.
All right, man. Take care, bro.
All right, later,
Appreciate you.
T.
Yo me voy a ir a comer. Peace, guys.
All right, man. Take it easy, man.
Later,
All right,
later.
man. I'll catch you guys later, and you don't ever think that I won't dick bomb you. Shadow Goals. Maybe next time.
I know you will. I know you will. All right, man. Thanks for swinging by,
All
bro.
right, later.
All right, man. All right, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We'll see the fight on Friday, man. I'll probably go live before then. Y'all take care.